Hey, this is Brian coming to you live from the Ice House Comedy Club in Pasadena, California, where sometimes once, twice a week we put on these live comedy shows in one room. And then in this room we do a podcast, kind of like a green room. If you want to go see us live, go to Ice House's website, icehousecomedy.com. And joining me, I love it when he's here, Joe Rogan.
And over there? There we go. Where am I? Where am I, Brian?
Hi.
Hi, everybody. Boy, just keep it together. I think we've been doing too much podcasting, man. It's all starting to become a blur.
Jeez,
you know what I'm talking about?
I've been up since 12 doing it today. Fucking, I trying to eat corn over here.
There it is.
Whoa.
Why are you so into corn?
I was just like, seriously, I had to run into the grocery store. I had everyone was coming here, so I just grabbed the first thing I saw, which was corn in a horrible sandwich that almost broke my teeth.
So you passing corn off to other people now? You're trying to nut into that corn?
Trying to pass the corn.
Yeah, there's a documentary called King Corn. Right. It's about how corn.
I saw that. It's good.
Is that what I just turned up? Are you turning it down? Are we on the same frequency? Is that what's going on?
I was asking him to turn mine down, actually.
I think you guys are all connected together. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, we're all connected.
All right.
You guys are all united as one.
You guys got to agree on a volume together. I've got a separate channel.
Whoa,
Wow.
why did it get really loud?
Hello?
What happened there? What happened?
Here, try different headphones.
That's lower down.
No. It just got really loud. Yeah. Let's not fuck with this anymore. Leave those buttons alone. So you can't have buttons on the table in front of comedians because comedians, 90% of them are control
Yeah, but half of
freaks.
them are deaf, so it's like half of them are like, no, I need it up. And
Half of them. Well, these are terrible mics.
Or headphones.
Headsets, rather.
Yeah.
The mics are good, but these headsets suck.
Yeah, I need to get some more.
Yeah.
Donate out there.
I don't know
Why
what
don't you
happened,
guys
man.
Donate?
Well, don't ask people
I'm
to
just
donate. That's
fucking around.
disgusting. How dare you?
Donate
Well, we had,
by getting a GameFly subscription. Go order it, put in, what is it?
Gamefly.com.
What's mommy? Mom?
Slash mom.
Slash
Yeah.
mom. That's
Yeah.
right. Sorry.
What kind of headphones are those again? The ones that you're wearing?
The ones that we're wearing are me and Mike over there on the other side are actually studio. They're like they're Skull Candy's version of like Dr. Dre beats.
Yeah,
you know, it's
and
like their
Skull
DJ
Candy.
candies.
The reason why I'm not wearing them is because you were supposed to send a gang of them, you motherfuckers.
So yeah,
you guys,
I bought those.
Abandoned on us.
I bought those on Amazon.
Is these Skull Candies too?
Yeah, the Skull Candies, but
they're
they're
not as
cheapest
cool as
ones.
those.
Yeah, those are the
Those
cheapest
better.
ones. Yeah,
Those are better. The studio ones are better. Skull Candy.
What are
the
mine?
fuck?
We can
Skull
switch
Candy?
if you want.
No, it's all right, man. Keep them on.
I have a
We're
really
supposed to have more of them for everybody.
I have a really good pair that I brought myself.
You should put them on.
That's crazy.
Where would I
He's
plug-
that one
where would I
kid that
plug
does
mine
too
in?
much homework and makes everybody else pissed. You show up at school and he's got a fucking project with like a moving bridge and
My headphones.
raises and lowers.
Yeah,
like,
but
you
his-
motherfucker.
His mom brought the headphones, just like she made the project.
They're reinforced with stainless steel and they're made by hand in Italy.
Do you remember those days, man, when kids would bring in science projects?
Yeah.
There was a level of commitment that some children were willing to reach that was humiliating.
Well, real
You
quick.
just realized, God, I hope I don't have to do anything boring in competition with this guy, because he's willing to take boring to fucking incredible levels.
Real quick, the audio listeners, we were joined by Tom Segura, Tony Hinchcliffe, Mike Maxwell, and Nick Rutherford. Bam.
Hey!
Do you remember? Were you good at doing like a project that involved like hand? You know, what I mean, like building something or.
Yeah, I'd done a lot of artwork when I was a kid. I did a lot of sculpting, drawing, and
Oh, you
stuff
did?
like that. Yeah, I used to want to be a comic book illustrator. So
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so I was pretty artistic.
I was the opposite of that.
Oh, really?
I was exceptionally untalented. And I remember when they'd had like a science thing where they're like, so in like 3 weeks, everybody build like some type of bridge with a like a water thing somewhere around it, and you were given like you can do anything, you can use whatever you want, and kids showed up where it looked like a fucking map maker made it, and there was like, you're like, is that fucking Italian marble? Like, why? How is that done? They're like, yep, this is what I did. And you're like, how? This is fucking amazing. And then you saw many different ones that were like that level, and I showed up with like broken sticks. And you could see where the glue, too much glue, was hanging off of it, where it looked like it was done by somebody who just rushed through it.
You come from a broken family?
No.
See, I did not, but I had the mom who was way into like laminating everything and adding stickers to everything. So it would be embarrassing bringing in any of my projects because they would have lights. Like we had to do these state floats, and mine was Nevada, so obviously you got to have lights. But mine had like working lights, a slot machine, and it's just because my mom would be like, "We got to add more stuff to the project."
But she made it. That sounds like with all this stuff that you added, maybe it even looked like maybe well done.
It looked great.
Yeah,
No, it was good. Yeah,
I was embarrassed because of
His was shit.
how fucking much of a piece of shit that I made, and was willing to bring it, and everybody looked at it and be like, that fucking sucks. And they even...
Yeah, but I guarantee you that was just because you weren't into doing that.
No, you're right.
If you were into it, you would be great at it.
The humiliating part, though, was not even worse than showing it, which was so bad. I mean, it was really, it was really bad. It was shit where like you'd be like, oh fuck.
Yeah, some kids can take it to another level when it came to those.
They
things.
they gave everybody a gold, silver, or bronze badge for whatever bridge they brought in.
Right.
Everybody, 100% of the people in this class.
Right.
And then they put a blue one on mine, and I go, what is that? And they're like, that's just for participation.
Oh my
everybody
God!
else got
you
a
didn't
rank.
even get graded.
No,
you didn't, it was that bad.
You get a We gave. And I was the only one.
What,
They had
what
one-
exactly did you make?
It was like a bridge.
Describe it to us. Why was it so bad?
I mean, I started the day before, and some people did it over a 3-week period.
Oh my God!
I was like 10 or 11, and then that Sunday I did it before class Monday. I mean, and then it just was like I said, I got a hot glue gun. You just keep like people did it look like they did it with toothpicks.
Oh.
You couldn't see where stuff was sealed.
Right.
The one that I did had like balls of glue hanging off of like burnt wood. And you're like it looked like a fucking. What it looked like is that a baby did mine, and everybody else was done by like a 10-year-old, who put in effort. And mine was done by somebody who was like, "When do you stop putting the glue on?" Like it was really bad. It was really bad.
I tell you, there's an art form that doesn't get enough recognition, and it's the art form of carpentry. There really is an art form to creating things with wood. And
I respect it.
guys who make like chairs and tables and stuff, like those guys are artists, man. I've seen guys do like some incredible work where you like stop and appreciate it. You go, okay, this is clear. This is artwork. This isn't just a construction. This isn't just you put something together. The fine detail of the work, the way they can get corners perfect and line everything up, and there's an art to that for sure.
Oh my God, those guys are genius level. And then when you look at that's like even basic, carpentry well done.
Right.
There's an even higher level of like guys that dedicate their lives and spend a year or 2 years making one piece of wood. You see that master level where it's like, you can see like a face, like a perfectly like sculpted face in a piece of wood.
Right.
What level of mastery is that? That's like, that's not somebody that's kind of gifted. That's you've been working at it for 25 years to perfect.
I lived next to this old guy who would just collect wood. He didn't carve them or shape them into anything. He would just collect pieces of like this is birch from the 1400.
Yeah.
And he would just sand them.
I know a dude
Birch
who
is
actually
sand.
has a forest.
Yeah, it's crazy.
My friend Eric is a cue maker. He makes professional billiards cues.
That's
and
awesome.
He makes them all out of mostly really exotic woods that he grows a lot of them himself. He has like family land where he'll go and they'll chop down these giant chunks of like hickory burl, these trees that are like bird's eye maple, which is actually like a disease. What bird's eye maple, when it has like all these crazy configurations, like this figure to the wood, it's like the wood is sick. It's like it's got like zits and shit, but it looks amazing. It's like the most incredible artwork. And burl, like there's burls. And this guy just spends all his time. He mills his own stuff, chops it down, mills it, dries it for years and years, then makes professional pool cues out of it. It's really incredible shit.
Who buys them?
Everybody.
Like, does he make special ones?
They're super in demand. He's one of the most in demand. His cues are called Sugar Tree cues, and the guy's name is Eric Crisp. He's a good buddy of mine. He actually made a cue for me. And his cues are really hard to get. First of all, because he's one of those guys that he has a waiting list for like years. Guys are trying to buy cues from him because they're really well known as being like meticulously made with the nicest woods and shit like that.
Right.
There's guys that are like a Stradivarius for a violin. Right. Everybody knows that there's a certain way that it's made that just plays so beautifully. Well, with pool cues are really delicate instruments, and like a guy who develops really understands how to make the perfect taper, and it's about the balance and where the handle is and what it's all made of and the resonance of the wood. There's some really poorly known stuff about it, and there's only a few guys. There's a lot of guys that can make a pretty cue, but there's only a few guys that can make a cue hit a certain way, and those guys are it's in demand. Like they just people find their cues, and they just everyone there's certain cues that are they're so difficult to get. The guy will have a 10-year waiting list. Like I have a Southwest. And Southwest is a cue company that's in Las Vegas, and they have a 10-year waiting list. If you want to buy a cue from them, you have to wait 10 fucking years,
10 years
for them to make it. 10 years. Yeah. 10 fucking years.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah,
man.
that's how badass their cues are. That's no joke.
Be.
Because they've been in the business forever. They use really dry wood because they're in Nevada, and they know exactly how to do it right. They've been doing it forever, and you can never get a bad one. You can't get a bad Southwest. I have 3 of them. You play with those things, man. They're just expertly designed, and because of that, everybody flocks to them. You know, the pool cue construction world is a very strange world, but it's an art form for sure.
So after playing with the Southwest, if you go to just like a random pool hall and you pull one off the wall, and you roll
that's a
it,
misconception because those cues hit really good. The best hitting cues are one-piece cues. If you get a one-piece cue, the problem with one-piece cues, some of them are a little bit butt heavy. Because they're all like the heaviest wood is on the bottom of it, whereas you can weight things more center forward with heavier weights and denser weights. It's just like how they use for musical instruments. They use like special cues or special rather woods have special resonance. They're denser, darker. They're a harder sound to them. That's the same thing with pool cues. Like they're the denser woods, like the cocobolos or the ebony. That's like favored for the forearm piece because then it like moves the ball forward easily. It's all crazy shit.
The house cues for breaking are always really nice.
House cues are really they have a great feel to them because they're only it's called what's called a full splice, where there's 2 pieces that just splice in together. They glue it all in place, and that's it. That's all there is in there.
That's the white and the dark wood, right?
Yeah, exactly.
That's
and
crazy.
there might be a weight pin in the bottom if somebody wanted something specific, like 21 ounces or something like that. Then they might have a weight pin in the bottom. But for the most part, it's just that connection. And a lot of pool is feel. Like what's the crazy thing about it is, like, to most people, you look at it, it looks like no big deal. You just watch the guy knock the balls in the hole. It looks easy. But what that guy's doing is that guy's controlling a sphere with another sphere by colliding them into each other and hitting the sphere just slightly off center in one way, north, south, east, or west, that will make the cue do all kinds of crazy things and spin around perfectly for position where he'll knock in another sphere. And this is all about judging how much effort you put into the shot, judging how much energy you do with your whole hand and your forearm and move the cue stick forward into the ball. It's a crazy game of control. It's a game of feel, and it's a game of understanding how much energy equals what kind of result.
A lot of the physics gets missed. You don't even see it.
Yeah, it becomes a physics game when you understand collisions and you understand English and spin and bouncing off rails. Then that if you hit it harder, it goes deeper into the rail, so it comes off shorter. There's like so many things that you learn while you're playing it.
So important in that too.
Yeah.
Your buddy showed that trick where he made the cue ball go over a stack of quarters.
Oh yeah,
it looked like it went flat right over the top of it.
Max Eberle, is that what it was, or is it in Chicago? You're talking
in Chicago,
about?
Joe, right?
It jumped over quarters.
Yeah.
Yeah, just by the way he shot it, there was a stack.
Oh
of
yeah,
quarters.
Joe Gold. Yeah.
Cue ball went right over the top
right.
of the quarters without even moving them a bit, but it looked like it went straight through it like a ghost.
Yeah, because he had just a slight downward stroke on the ball. He's a master cue maker. That guy. He makes cues called cognoscentes, and they buy cues from him all throughout the world. He has a special pin that he uses, a glass epoxy G10 pin, because instead of steel, he doesn't believe that there should be any steel in the cue because the steel is going to mess with the resonance. So he has this perfectly aged wood, the perfectly aged ebony screws into the perfectly aged maple with this crazy epoxy screw. Hi.
So if they could build a computer that could
Hi, I'm Joe.
Aiko.
Nice to meet you.
Hey, Aiko. If you could have a computer that could play pool, would have cameras everywhere, would look at angles, kind of like the Bobby Fischer versus the computer, like who would win, the best pool player in the world or the best computer?
Well, I don't think I don't think they've invented a game or a computer rather that can play the game, that can manipulate over stacks of balls and move around and have different bridges, because it would kind of look like a person. You'd have to have something that reaches. I don't think they can do that yet.
No,
but
I don't.
They can make it. It can shoot really accurately, but I don't think they even know how to draw the ball back yet. I don't think they've made a computer draw a ball back. I think it's just shooting.
What do you mean by draw a ball back?
Draw is a very difficult stroke to acquire, where you hit the ball low with like an accelerating stroke, and as you accelerate through the ball, it hits the other ball and then spins rapidly back towards you. That's how you know if a guy can really play. If you're playing a guy and it looks like he can't play, and then all of a sudden he hits some fucking crazy draw shot that's whoosh, and the ball comes rocketing towards him and goes like 3 rails for perfect position, that guy's gonna fuck you.
Yeah, if you aim low on
that
the
guy
cue
can
ball,
play.
if you aim low on the cue ball and follow through it, you can break.
It's not that easy though. It's that's like saying that is like saying here's all you have to do to have a perfect golf swing is just swing the bat.
Well, you got to bend your elbow too. And
you have to do a lot of weird shit. You have to have a really loose grip. You have to have a straight follow through where you have to understand how the tip is contacting the cue ball. It can't be going down. It can't be going up. You have to have it so that as your hand is moving fast forward, it's doing it in a parallel line with the table. It's super complicated. That's why it takes forever to develop like a real power draw stroke. But those guys that really know how to play, they'll hit you with that power draw stroke, and you'll just go, "What the fuck?" Because you can't. They can manipulate the cue ball. They become one with the geometry and the physics of the game. They play it so much. Like the best players, they say you got to play 8 hours just to even get in stroke, just to even feel it. And then once you do that, then it's all this Zen mind trick shit. Because all these guys are doing is like controlling orbs with orbs. Now everybody looks at it like it's this hoodlum's game, but it's a lot. Most of it's gambling to see who could keep it together under the highest pressure situation, because that makes it even more crazy. Because it's difficult to do as it is. They're playing with small pockets, and then the best guys, mostly what they make their money doing is gambling. They get together and they go, "What's up? What do you want to do? Let's play for $25,000." And they get together over a weekend, and they'll have a bunch of other people betting the side, and it'll be like, several $100,000 will take place.
You ever see the movie Pool Hall Jungle?
Are you one of those guys though?
No, I can't play that good. I can't play that good. That's a high level of play. And I could have if I kept playing as much as I was playing when I was young. I could have achieved a high level, but it requires your whole life. There's no way to play championship level pool unless you're giving up your whole life. Period. Done.
Do you feel like you get some of the same rewards as jiu-jitsu?
Yes, it's very similar.
Same mindset?
Yeah, very similar. The ability to stay in the groove and control yourself, and like with pool, it's just about staying calm, staying down on the shot, following through, making sure that your body's relaxed, making sure you're breathing. And it's very difficult to shoot a ball straight, like a long shot straight with English. And there's a lot involved in keeping your head, your mind, your focus on. And in jiu-jitsu, it's the same thing. You slip up a little bit, you get tapped. You fuck up, all of a sudden you're mounted. God damn it, and then you got to get your shit back together, recover guard, pull yourself back in a position, and it's another kind of mind gamble. It's a different thing in jiu-jitsu, obviously, because your character's tested more because of the physical aspect of it. Your character and your willingness to stay in shape. Like I work out like real hard with like kettlebells. I do these crazy workouts, and a lot of people go, why do you work out so hard? Because I don't want to get my ass kicked. It's really that simple. Yeah, I hate that feeling. Yeah. I don't like getting my ass kicked. How often are you fighting? It's not fighting. It's just sparring. The best thing about jiu-jitsu sparring is you're not hitting each other. It's all just grappling and positions and chokes and stuff like that. So you can do it and you don't even get hurt. You can do it full blast. Like, say if me and Mike wanted to go at it, we could go at it full blast and not even hurt each other. If he gets me in something, I tap. If I get him in something, he taps, and we don't even hurt each other. And actually, the best
guys...
There's
no striking in jiu-jitsu?
No. Jiu-jitsu is all just grappling. Submissions, takedowns, strangleholds, arm bars, shit like that. But the beautiful thing is, if you go with a good guy, you, never get hurt. Like, I never get hurt if I roll with, Eddie Bravo or something like that. You get hurt if you roll with someone who's not good.
Because they're just
someone who's good, they'll tap you, but you're fine. You just tap and you go about your business, and you start all over again. You try to figure out what you did wrong, try to figure out how to defend it, try to figure out how to advance, and you get back to the game. If you go with someone who's not good, they could possibly muscle something, or they could possibly, when they got you in a position that's real bad, they could possibly fucking just yank on it to try to get it, and something could pop or break or rip or. As opposed to the clean control that a black belt would have on you.
Well, that's when two high-level guys are rolling. It looks like a ballet, and when two low-level guys are rolling, it looks like a cat fight.
Yeah, dude,
just a scramble.
I've been involved in crazy ones where fingers are winging at your face. Like some dudes will lose their shit, and so they claw at you and they try to get you off them. It gets nuts, man. You got to sometimes you have to close your eyes in the middle of a battle.
Yeah,
especially if you starting to mount someone, they're trying to get you off of them. They're scrambling not to lose the position. They're just pushing, and people go frantic, and it's a lot of bucking and kicking, and especially young dudes who don't want to admit that you're about to strangle them. They just start bucking and freaking out.
Yeah. Well, that's weird when dudes that are probably like tough guys on the street come in and start rolling for the first time. And I could dominate them, where like out on the street, they'd probably like think they could punk me.
Right.
But just because they don't have that balance or that like muscle memory, they can't do shit.
They don't even know what's going on.
No.
It's like thinking you can get in an argument with someone in a language you don't even know.
Yeah, exactly.
That's really what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, there's guys that are strong, which means you might be able to push me off you a couple of times. But guess what? I'm going to jump right back on you. How long are you going to keep pushing me off?
Yeah.
How much time do you have?
It's fucking magic.
Yeah.
It really is magic.
magic
To anybody who doesn't realize that they're smoking.
And by the way, that magic works on me. I get tapped by high level dudes. Like when I roll with like guys like Denny Propicos, Denny taps me, and he's like 20 pounds lighter than me, easily, more than 20 pounds lighter than me. I bet Denny right now is probably only like in the 160s.
I just got caught in that thing that you just showed, Boss Rutan.
The
back take.
samurai?
I got caught in that it was by a dude who actually knocked out Ben Henderson, like in one of his real first couple fights or something.
Who was that?
I roll with dude at Noguera Gym. I forget his name, but the video's on YouTube. One of their like an early fight when they were both youngsters.
Yeah, that's called a samurai. That's my favorite technique, man.
Yeah, I got kicked in the face too in the
Doing
roll.
The samurai? Really?
Yeah. I
What
took one of the
kicked
legs in the roll. I took a leg to the face.
Oh wow! You sure you didn't kick yourself?
Yeah, you know what? I might have because it happened so fast.
I'm trying to see where the foot could get you.
Something hit me in the face.
Well, I could see a knee. You could get hit with a knee.
Yeah, on the way over.
You have to have a strong lockdown. That's the key to that.
Yeah, see, and that's what he told me.
You got to squeeze those legs together, like that's holding you on, like you're hanging from a tree.
Yeah.
The way I describe it, if I'm trying to teach that, I say you got to hold on to his leg as if you're swinging yourself from a tree and you're trying to stay alive.
And the person in the half guard has to have a tight half guard on you too, right?
No, they don't. No, they don't. No.
No.
All I have to do is have that foot in there. If I have that foot in there, all I have to do is just get that lockdown on your leg. You don't have to try. You don't have to help me along. If you have a good lockdown, people that think that they're safe in that position, that's one of the worst places to be. Because if a guy, I've had guys do it to me, man, like good guys, they just to see what it feels like. And it's real fucking hard to defend. It's real hard, even if you're good. It's real hard to defend, and it's also you're vulnerable for the twister, and you're also vulnerable for banana splits. You're vulnerable for.
You're just making stuff up.
Chairs.
No,
I'm not.
It's real stuff.
I wish I was. Banana splits are terrible. It's where a guy pulls your leg one way and then he kicks your other leg back, and it's a fucked up angle, and you're not going to be able to do it. You're gonna scream in pain. Literally, it's a groin ripping technique.
I don't like when somebody pulls a golden gram on me, or if somebody hits me with a Captain Crunch, I'm just like, with Marky.
Marky Mark?
Yeah, Marky Mark. That's who was there.
Yeah.
That was like you guys just blew my mind with that conversation because you guys were speaking a different language.
That's how it is when I hear people talk about football.
If anyone wants to come to the show tonight, if you're listening to this right now, if you use the word Olive Garden, you get in free.
Olive Garden. Come to the show and use the word Olive Garden.
That's
how good we are promoting.
I like the idea that there's somebody outside like live streaming this on their phone and they're just waiting for that free word,
Waiting for that free bird?
That free word,
free word
what he's gonna open that he's gonna give us the Olive Garden soon.
Oh, that's silly, man.
That's very, very silly. Have you ever been injured?
Oh yeah, you get injured.
What's the worst one you had?
ACL reconstruction.
You tore your ACL?
Tore both of them.
Really?
Yeah.
Was it
I tore this one in Taekwondo and this one in Jiu-Jitsu.
Were they moments that you remember? Like, was it something you developed over time? Like it fell, or you just
the left one I had hurt, and then I hurt it again bad. I had hurt it a couple times, and it was okay. It healed up, and then one time I hurt it. It was clear there's something really wrong. Something tore. I felt something give out, and it popped. It made a popping noise.
And you knew.
Yeah, that was a bad one. And then my right one wasn't as bad. It was in jiu-jitsu. A guy just straightened my legs out. I was in his guard, in his half guard, and I was on top of him, and he extended his legs, and it was a funky angle, and my leg just popped. It was like he got the lockdown on me, but my leg was sideways. So instead of, like if someone was going to extend your leg, your leg can extend a certain amount naturally, and it can like hold that position. But side to side, your leg has very little movement.
Yeah.
And this guy, what he did was he essentially gave me a leg lock sideways with a half guard. It's total accident. It's just extending your legs to try to control someone's legs, and I made the mistake of having my leg sideways, so it popped. It was just like snap. like a carrot. No pain at all.
Really?
It was really weird. Yeah, it was dismissed. It was concerning. Like, I was like, what the fuck is this? It was disconcerting. But then I got off the mat. I even continued the class. I even kept rolling.
How many years ago was this?
2000. That was the last one I had. That was 2003, I think.
And did you go straight to
2004?
Like,
No, I didn't know it was torn. I thought it might have just been popped. It might have just made a noise. But then I was in my office moving some shit around, and I almost fell down. It just gave out on me. Just I realized, like, oh, it's unstable. And then I had already had that done on the left leg, so I knew what was going on. I was like, oh, I blew this ACL out.
What do they do? They replace it with a cadaver cord?
They can do it one of several ways. The way I had it done different ways on different knees. On the left knee, they did it the old school way, which is called the patella tendon graft, and it's the most painful, and it takes the longest to recover because they take a chunk of meat out of your bone. They take a slab out of your bone, connect it to this chunk of meat, which is your patella tendon, which is a very thick tendon. So they steal a piece of that, and they take a chunk out of your shin as well.
They, like, slide it
and then
over
they
shit.
open you up like a fish, and then they drill holes in there, and they screw that new piece of meat that they've cut out of you, and it's a graft now, and that becomes your new anterior cruciate ligament, and then you start immediately rehabbing it to try to get blood flow.
Is there anything to do before that
No.
injury? Just how it is.
Yeah, you can't do nothing about it. I mean, you can strengthen your legs, you can hope for the best, but the bottom line is there's it scrambles, legs get put into weird positions sometimes, and I just saw a video on YouTube the other day of a guy. The guy was trying to take a guy down in a grappling match, and his leg got caught underneath him, and the dude's leg snapped forward, totally went the wrong direction. It was horrible to look at. It was just jacked. Like all his shit was torn and disconnected. You knew it was a mess in there.
It's just an accident. It's like it just happens.
Total accident. I don't think there's any way to avoid it, man. You just got to get it fixed and rehab. And it fucks. A lot of guys get jacked. Like Martin Kampman was out for a long time. Martin Kampman, who's a UFC fighter, his leg went the opposite way. His leg, like he was doing like wrestling practice, and his leg went forward, like hyperextended the wrong way. No, a long time ago. And he had to get a pretty significant reconstruction surgery. It took a long time for it to heal up right.
It was a big win for him, his last win.
Yeah. This dude doesn't know what we're talking about. We should change subjects.
No, go on. I've been watching some mixed martial arts. Why doesn't more injuries happen in the ring then? I feel like if they happen just when you're sparring.
No, I mean, it happens all together. Well, sometimes also when you're sparring, you're probably pushing yourself more than even sometimes is necessary in a fight when guys are really exhausted and they've already worked out twice that day, and this is their third workout of the day, and they're sparring.
So
and
they're already wore down.
Yeah, that happens all the time. You got to think it's rare that you ever that broken down in a fight. Like as you would be like the third day or the third workout of a hard day. You do strength and conditioning in the morning, and then you do like kickboxing in the afternoon, and then nighttime it's MMA sparring. By the time nighttime rolls around, son, you're a fucking mess. You're just so tired, and that's why
a lot of those guys are injured when they get there, right?
Sure.
Already, just minor states of injury.
Yeah, it's super hard to keep your body healthy when you're throwing it at things all the time, throwing it at bones, and bones are coming at it, and bones are slamming into your midsection, like big ones, like knee bones and shit.
You're not going to be able to see Sweden's. You doing a show?
I'm gonna have to DVR that shit. I have a thing called a sling box though, man. It's dope. It allows me to tune into my DVR from the road.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
does that work pretty well? I've heard about that.
Works great.
It does?
It works great.
So you just open the laptop,
yeah,
dial it up, and then...
Verizon can kind of suck it, though, man. Really? I got a lap card from them, a laptop card.
Yeah.
Dude, you use that thing, you download one movie, and they're like, attention, you've used up 75% of your allotted monthly bandwidth.
Oh, wow.
I'm like, Jesus Christ. Really? That much? That quick? Like it's like the amount, like if you try to use it for like regular web surfing when you're on the road, and it's like, it's just you're just gonna have to run up a gigantic bill with that fucking thing.
Yeah, that's.
You don't have unlimited.
They don't give you unlimited. The only one who gives you unlimited right now is Sprint. Sprint has unlimited, and they're just hoping that people stick with them. They just barely got the iPhone like a month ago. They have some cool Droid phones.
So they have much smaller coverages, right? Sprint.
I don't know. I think they're 4G probably.
I have Sprint.
You do? Do you like it?
It works in the elevator.
In the elevator, it works.
But only there.
Yeah.
It works in the elevator.
But when you travel, it's good for when you travel.
I don't know, but it works in the elevator.
Oh, okay.
It's important.
Who is Oh, Joey Diaz is a big proponent of Sprint. He's always using fucking Sprint.
They should hire him to endorse.
Well, they have like crazy deals. You know, they'll give you some fucking.
Yeah,
nutty,
I feel like
nutty
they
deal.
have the best deals. They don't like throttle you at all. Like,
Yeah.
Can you imagine him?
Yeah.
But nobody
as a
fucking has
spokesman?
them.
Yeah. Listen, cocksuckers, get off that AT&T dick. They're fucking you. I'm telling you, dog.
The funny thing is, they don't know is that he would increase their sign up.
Yeah, he would for sure. Listen, when I miss a payment with Sprint, I call him up and say, listen, I ain't gonna make it this month. Don't worry about it, Joey, your family. I got it that good.
That's fucking.
It's
good.
Joey Diaz and Aiko, and that's the two new spokespeople.
Why don't they
right there.
let him try? They're such pussies. Corporations are such pussies. They don't understand that, you know, the people that would be offended, you don't want them anyway. You really don't. Stop it.
Yeah, they call all the time.
Yeah.
They complain about everything.
Stop it. You don't have to worry about that anymore. It's the goddamn internet. Just start a campaign against the other people and it'll be fine. It'll all balance itself out. And by the way, you'll get publicity in the long run and it'll pay off. It'll be better for you. Just wade in with a goddamn Joey Diaz ad. Don't be scared.
It'd be awesome. Someone should take that fucking risk, man.
I got a new, what is this? A droid? A droid. I got a droid. I love it. Sprint, you're the best, you motherfuckers. I've been with you since '98. I got a Sprint pager. He would
Pager.
yeah. That would be like the best commercial Sprint could ever do. We should make a commercial for Sprint with Joey and then submit it. We got to get Brian. Brian, who is a talented video editor, has fucking abandoned his skills to become a podcast guru.
Yeah.
That motherfucker.
Yeah, different scenarios where Joey's just like,
Yeah, we
talking
need to
about
get
how
Brian.
great Sprint is. We got to do that.
We need to get Brian on this, man. We need to fucking get him on this.
That'd be great.
That would be pretty badass. A Joey Diaz commercial for Sprint. Is that someone knocking at the
Someone
door?
is.
I like it, right?
I don't trust that door.
No? All right.
Nope.
We'll get it.
I don't know. Who is it?
Oh, it's Amy.
Oh, Amy Schumer?
I got to pee anyway.
Yo, we were just talking shit about you. You might want to wait. Whoa, bitch. Why don't you settle down? It ain't my fault you on your period. Ladies and gentlemen, the room, the tone of the room has changed. It's the alpha female, Amy Schumer, has entered into this motherfucker. Powerful Amy.
Hi.
Powerful Amy.
Oh, hi. Oh. Good. How are you?
Hi. What's up? What's up, Jackie?
Hey.
Powerful Amy's friend.
What's going on?
We're talking shit about you.
Shit.
Well, you know, female comics in general. Whatever.
Just bleeding everywhere.
Yeah, just bleeding. Showing up in skirts. Look at you showing some leg, letting bitches know what's up. Letting bitches know she's a thoroughbred. Let motherfuckers see some
Good, how are you?
jeans.
You know.
Sprint commercials though.
Yeah.
We really fucking do them.
We should get a Joey Diaz print commercial. What do you do, young lady?
Jackie's a comic.
Jackie, what's your name?
Jackie.
Jackie what, though, Jackie?
Monahan.
Jackie Monahan? Nice to meet you, Jackie
We
Monahan.
travel together.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
You guys do the road together?
Yeah.
Isn't that nice when you go with a friend? It's the fucking greatest thing
heaven.
ever.
It's like a sneak vacation.
Yeah, my friend Ari Shafir has been going on the road, but he hasn't really been able to go on the road yet and bring people. And I'm like,
Right.
damn, dude, if you can talk them into that, that's heaven.
The
Then you're
best.
having a fun time.
We have a
Tommy
blast.
Segura and I have gone on the road on several
It's
occasions.
the most fun. Actually, if you don't do that, you're missing out. Like if you can, you're not bringing people who are your friends.
Yeah.
You're missing the whole experience.
Yeah,
The whole
when
thing
Tommy
sucks.
and me and Joey and and the crew go on the road, we just have a party everywhere. It's
Yeah.
like,
Great.
yeah, we're eating dinner at nice places,
It
having,
makes,
yeah,
it makes everything that's miserable about it kind of almost
totally go away.
Yeah.
It's
You
like
miss your
having-
wife,
Yeah.
but that I miss my kids, I miss
Yeah.
my dog, but other than that, I'm having a great time with my best friends on the road, and we're doing comedy for a living.
I
you
don't
know?
have any
Food.
of those things. But no, but it's,
Mood breaker.
no, but it's the best. It's like having
Yeah.
a witness also
Yeah.
for like all
Yeah.
the bullshit. Like
Oh,
the
yeah.
horrible, you're
Oh,
like,
yeah.
see that, and she was just
Right.
she stayed the night in the hospital with me when I was just there. So.
Oh, that's cool.
She heard the woman next to me going,
Oh God, she definitely
Jesus,
died.
don't turn your back on me, Lord.
And
Oh, my
press. It makes
God.
fucking press.
Well, she's not
so
waking
much
up
more
this
fun.
Yeah, no.
Oh
not
yeah,
doing
press
that.
is way fun. I used to go to press
Yes.
with Joey Diaz. We would get up at 6 o'clock, whatever the fuck it would. you know, they would call us up. Joey and I would get coffee and just get blazed to the gills. Blazed to the gills with coffee and just go in essentially not knowing what the fuck we're talking about at any given moment.
No.
You know, and Joey Diaz would be screaming, 7 p.m., 9 p.m., don't miss it, you dirty bitches! And he'll like storm out of the room. We did it with, there's a famous one that we did with Alex Jones.
That's the best
It's
one.
the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life. Joey Diaz in the morning, Joey Diaz cooked, just barbecued. There's no way he should have been able to be in that room and be on this really conservative, like, conspiracy theory talk radio.
Right.
And Joey goes on about how these metal detectors don't work because I had a bag of weed and I taped it under my nutsack. And I went through that 3D thing, and they're trying to stop him. It's like, fuck you, Obama. I'll call the president right now. I'll call the press. You're not selling me under the... And I got freedom of speech, motherfucker. And he starts going off about this story. And at the end of it, he gets up, he gives his Facebook out. He goes, Joey Diaz, Facebook, Twitter, check yourself before you wreck yourself. Big dicks in your ass is bad for your health. And while he's doing this, Alex Jones going, no, stop, no, stop it. It was the funniest thing I've ever seen in my whole life as a human being. I've never been involved in a funnier moment.
Clear Channel.
You pissed yourself, right?
We ran out. Well, this is where Alex Jones fucked up. Joey kept it together in the beginning, but Alex Jones fucked up. He goes, all right, we're about to go on the internet now, so anything from here on out, I mean, basically, don't swear. I mean, you can swear, but don't swear. But if you do, it won't be a big deal. It's not FCC. I don't have to worry about losing all my money. So that's it. Green light.
Oh, green light, yeah.
He gave a green light to Crazy Joey.
Crazy Joey.
And he just went off, man. He went off. It was beautiful. It was a thing of beauty. It was like watching like a once-in-a-lifetime animal, you know, that no one gets to, like, if you saw Sasquatch, if it came out of the woods, like, fuck, it's real. Like, you got to be there for that moment that thing stepped out of the woods. You know, you get to be there for a moment like that. I've never seen anything funnier. I've been a comedian for 23 years. I've never seen a funnier moment than that, like, take place like that.
Yeah.
He's the funniest man of all time.
Yeah.
He is. Joey Diaz is the funniest dude of all time. And going on the road with him is so perfect because he wants to do 15 minutes of fury. That's what Joey wants to do. Just feel, what am I going to do, dog? Get up there, talk for an hour and a half. Listen, nobody's fucking interesting for an hour and a half. And he doesn't want to talk for an hour and a half. No. Joey wants to go up there and just storm the beaches for 15 minutes.
He does.
Oh, he's
Holy
so fun.
shit.
So fun to go on the road with. That's why I'm so psyched he's going to be opening for me in Atlanta when I do my special. Because every special I've ever done, Joey has opened for it.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
awesome.
and introduced me on all of them. He introduced me on my Showtime thing, my CD. He introduces me on everything. It's just whatever. It's just I want to hear him say my name. Just I want to, I just like doing it with him. It's a tradition.
It's such a different relationship.
Yeah.
It really is like you go on vacation with somebody.
Fuck
It's
yeah.
like, it's like kind of.
It's amazing. Yeah. Tommy and I have gone to fucking Australia together.
Yeah. That was for like a weekend.
Yeah. And that shit could have been. Yeah.
Like less than 72 hours.
And by the way,
in Sydney.
the first 10 of it, hammered.
Oh my God.
We went
shut
off
down a
like
bar.
a rocket. We went crazy. It was a decision we made too. Remember, we made a decision. We went to the movies, and then we had a whole day off because it's a super long trip. We had to get there early. So it was me and Tommy and Eddie Bravo. I was like, damn, how could I have a bad time? I'm here with two of the coolest guys ever, and we're in this crazy fucking country. Like, let's get fucking hammered.
Yes.
Let's get crazy.
Yes.
So we just started going to this bar, and I spent thousands of dollars buying people shots.
Many
I
thousands?
bought shots for everyone that moved. I dragged people over, and I bought them shots. We bought drinks. We were dancing.
By the way, that's something
Yeah.
that's very fun to be involved in, especially like when, like, you know what I mean, like being on the side of the buyer but not actually buying. I mean, like, yes, you guys want?
Yeah.
Yes,
That's
they're
awesome.
cool.
Oh
right?
yeah.
You're getting, like, yes.
Well, what I did,
Use
man.
60. What do you want? And they
get
brought
all the
fucking
credit.
everything. Yeah.
I
It was
essentially,
fantastic.
the way I felt about it was like, here I have an opportunity to create this big fun moment where everybody can be happy and feel like, holy shit, we're drinking for free. He's buying everybody shots for free. This is nuts.
Yeah.
It was margaritas and shots and whatever the fuck we were
Yeah.
drinking. We were drinking beers, whatever they had, we were drinking it.
Everything.
But it was like everybody was drinking for free. I spent thousands of dollars.
And it was that, by the way. It was that.
Yeah.
It did not come across as like this pretentious, let me show you what I can do.
No.
No, it was all fun.
created
It was fun.
The most fun atmosphere. Everybody was having a good time anyway because it was a bar all these people wanted to be at.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then they see, and then they're like, no way. And then they're like, hey, do you want anything?
They go,
that
can
you
I have a
want to drink?"
picture?
And they're like,
And I
"Yeah."
said, well, only if
And
you
then
buy
everybody
it.
goes,
Yeah, only if I can buy you a
Awesome.
drink. Get over here, bitch. Let's drink. We're drinking.
Everybody. Yeah.
And
And Australians are wild too,
yeah.
right?
Oh, they're wild as fuck, man. We had a great goddamn time. Yeah, we had a great time.
They
And-
have that in Australia. You know, in Australia is the only place where I guess lawsuits don't cover this yet, where there's a traveling guy who has like like 10 fighters with him, and they set up a tent, right? And he goes, and people who come, they come like in the audience. They go, you're a fucking tough guy. You think you're tough? Who do you want to fight? And then he picks.
What?
And then you fight the guy right there, and everybody sits around and drinking beers, and they're just having fun.
Oh, my
And then
God.
it's a boxer who's pap just tags you, knocks you out or knocks you down, and something.
Wow.
Just,
Well, what
for sure.
happens if you win?
There's no like.
And you have to travel with them.
No, probably.
You-
Yes.
you
Yeah,
become a
what does
gypsy.
happen if you
Yeah.
win?
It's
If you win, they probably stab you and poison your food.
But it's like a really like it's a
No, I'm
fun
good, buddy.
atmosphere.
Thank you.
It's like a party. It's a party, and the people are standing right next. There's no ring. You're just sitting right there. Somebody's face could just fucking land in your lap. When it's
Whoa.
knocked out. Yeah, and nobody sues anybody. They're just like, no, you signed up for it. You want to
Is
do
it
it or
like
not?
Aborigines?
No,
So they're
no.
above the law?
Well, you know,
No,
they
no, it's
one of the things they used to have in the Midwest was there would be a lot of MMA tournaments at bars where they would have like guys fight 3 times in a night at a bar.
like
you know?
with no regulation.
No regulations, no nothing. There's a lot of guys that
That's
got,
crazy.
Like
People
Jeremy
must have
Horn.
died.
I watched Jeremy Horn fight in one of these. I watched him fight in one of these in Hollywood. This little tiny shitty show. I don't even think you were allowed to punch to the face. I think you had to slap to the face with an open palm. You could kick anywhere you wanted, slap to the face with an open palm, and then submit guys. And then
In
yeah,
a
it
bar,
was-
though.
Yeah, it was like in a club, like a nightclub.
that's
And they have a
crazy.
lot of those. In the Midwest, they had a lot of those. A lot of guys, that's how they cut their teeth in fighting.
Really? Just these
yeah,
little-
because you get used to that to the point where you're not worried about shit anymore. You know, if every weekend you're going to a bar and duking it out with dudes, that's where a lot of these guys are like, Jeremy Horn has over 100 fights in his record. And that's
A
why.
ref is like a luxury.
Yeah, he would just go to these. I mean, a lot of those fights are disputed, but he'll tell you exactly who he fought and what happened.
Can I tell you how much I would love to right now find out about a bar in my neighborhood where there's like underground, unsanctioned fights going
Like
on?
a fight club?
Yeah. How much
Well,
fun?
you
That
say
I don't
that,
have to
but
fight at?
you don't.
I know a lady fight club.
Really?
No.
Oh.
They just talk shit about each other.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
they're
get
like,
together and
"Nice
face
shoes,
off.
cunt."
They put a chalk line on the ground, and you can't cross the line, or the
They
game's
circle,
over.
They circle your problem areas.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
They
it.
circle your problems areas
That's it.
with a marker.
Yeah.
What the
Yeah.
fuck is
Permanent.
this shit?
Enjoy your week, bitch.
Yeah,
This
you don't
kid.
know what that looks like?
Shit. Did you-
Lay off
did
the
you guys-
cupcake, slut.
Did you guys see Aborigines when you were there?
No, I did not. No.
Yeah, I did.
Did
I
you?
went there a second time, and I did.
What? I've never seen it. What did they look like?
Well, we saw people
Really?
that. We saw people that
Uh,
looked like they could have been Aboriginal descent that came to the shows.
That
You see them
fascinates me,
like
those
all
people.
throughout there's a weird thing that happened where I think in the 1950s they were taking babies from Aborigines and they were trying to raise them.
They have a pretty brutal history, man.
I know it's like
Yeah.
They get
I
fucked
can't
a lot.
believe it.
Yeah,
They have a
that's,
pretty-
that's
Oh.
scary shit,
And
man.
they tried to like take booze away from them, and they're like, "That's all we have.
Yeah.
Please don't." I mean, it seems like a brutal.
It's
They
kind of
are-
fucked up.
Seems like the
I mean,
worst.
what do
They're
you
just-
think about that they did? The European prisoners all came over and took over the goddamn continent. That's what it is.
Yeah, they
And
just
they-
raped and
they
pillaged
just
those
raped
people.
That's
then
all
they
the people
killed
they didn't want
so
in
many.
England. They go, get the fuck out of here. All
There's
the
a-
people that were in England, they were like, get out of here, you crazy assholes.
Yeah.
There's a
yeah,
documentary that came out. Britain was doing a lot of atomic tests there in like Aboriginal lands, and we're
Right.
actually taking the minerals out of mines that the Aborigines were working in to make these atomic bombs, then testing them on their land, which
Oh
ended
my
up like
God.
polluting their water source. You know, like, created
Yeah.
a bunch of cancers for
It's
the people
brutal.
that were
It's brutal,
around.
man.
There's a really good documentary online about it. It's terrible. but-
depressing.
yeah, it's awful.
You really never seen what they look like? You've never seen them?
No.
Like in
I mean,
movies or
no.
anything?
You've never seen, you've
No,
seen an
what
Aborigine.
movie- What movie has Aborigines?
What is that one
Crocodile
movie?
Dundee?
The sky is falling, goddamn. What is
I
it
never
called?
saw
The
Crocodile
gods
Dundee.
must be crazy. Was that about
That's-
Aborigine?
Yeah.
I thought
Was
they
it?
were
I think
just
that's
like-
Africa.
Oh,
Right?
is it Africa?
Yeah, they were just
Oh, yeah.
black.
I don't know. I just
Yeah, no, but
Reaching.
I like. Yeah, wait, but what do they look like?
There's
They kinda
there's
look
South Pacific
African.
Indians, basically. So yeah,
Oh, they're
there's-
not like Chung from Goonies. Like they're.
You
not
know when
like that.
Indians look black?
They don't look inbred?
Indians look when Indians look black. No.
You know, they're like almost purple, like their skin tone. This probably sounds racist, so I hope not.
How dare you, dude? You do sound racist.
I live in
Like, what
an
kind of
Indian
Indians?
neighborhood,
Like,
from India.
Hey, Brian, are all these microphones
yeah.
the same volume?
oh no, mine isn't.
It just depends who's closer to the things
I
or
might
who's
just
not.
be fucking
But it
loud.
can't be because I'm right on this shit.
Yeah. I don't know.
Wow, Mike Maxwell's blowing it out of the water.
Oh yeah, I'm away.
Yeah,
Deep at the.
yeah. It's weird. It was like all of a sudden it got loud.
Whoa.
Aborigines.
Yeah, they got fucked. Native Americans got fucked. A lot of people got fucked when people moved in. It seemed the people that were there first are always fucked.
When people move in, they
Yeah,
fuck.
yeah.
They do. How about the Spanish?
Those
They
motherfuckers.
fucked
Especially the
everything.
gays.
They fucked
The
everything.
gays
up.
Yeah.
fuck everybody.
Yeah, yeah,
Spanish gays, especially.
yeah. They showed up and the Incas thought they were gods because they were on horses.
Yeah.
They'd
and
never
they-
seen horses before, so they gave them everything. They gave them their
Oh
gold.
my
They gave them
God.
everything. Worshipped them. They thought the gods had come. And then after a while, like these fucking guys are
These guys
assholes.
suck.
Yeah, they're fucking everybody,
like-
making
And
babies.
I can
realize
get on
that,
one of these
like,
horses too.
yeah.
Like 70 Spaniards defeated thousands of Incas. You know that?
Really?
Yeah, like less than 100.
Oh my
How?
god.
They were on horse. They had weapons. I don't remember if they had gun, but they had swords.
And what did the Incans have?
Like barely anything, and they had disease. So that it was a combination of everything.
Wow.
So they killed them with disease.
A disease
Slaughtered
and
them.
swords. Wow.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you want any corn?
She doesn't want corn. What?
You fucking
God
weirdo.
damn
Trying to
it.
get
How
rid
do you
of
feel
this
about corn?
Damn you, Brian.
I like corn.
You like corn?
Yeah,
I
are
like
you
corn.
against?
Not at all. No, no. I was just hearing about corn tonight.
Oh, no. We were talking about the food, not the band.
That
No, yeah, we were talking
I hate
about
the band.
corn
I
syrup.
follow the band.
I mean,
Oh.
they-
I go
follow
on the
them on
road
Twitter?
with corn.
Yeah.
I don't-
You look like a corn.
Could you imagine?
A
And
corn
now your
groupie?
headliner,
You know her from being a groupie for corn.
Amy Schumer.
Yeah.
And you know who brings you up?
Who?
Who's that dude? Not Arsenio Hall. The dude who's got the late night show. Byron Allen.
Oh,
Byron
Byron.
Allen.
Oh, yeah.
God.
Amy
you do Byron Allen?
Schumer.
Amy, you got a dog.
Do you do it?
No.
Oh.
I just,
So Amy, I
just
hear
said
you
no.
hate the zoo. What's up with you and the zoo?
the zoo. I
He-
love
he
the
like-
zoo.
That's how he leads you.
My
into bed.
favorite.
I forgot so quickly what we were
Yeah.
talking about. I'm
Like,
like,
do you have a?
who said that? I love the fucking zoo.
Do you have,
I'll go to the zoo right fucking now.
I'll show you what's up.
A
Do you have
polar
a
bear?
do you have a signature bit? What would you say would be your signature bit?
It's been phased out. Thank the Lord. But we mean,
Your
Like a
li-
joke?
How about a bit that you don't do anymore that used to be like your signature bit?
I used to say in every set, I feel like I got a lot hotter. Finally got the braces off of my legs.
So how would Byron Allen lead you into this?
Amy, you used
so
to
Amy,
braces
what's
up.
up? Didn't you used to have some braces on, girl?
Yes, thank you for that seamless transition, Byron. So uncomfortable. Andy Kindler calls it comics uncomfortable. I love him.
Yeah.
I would like him to give away your punchline first. Like, is there a way you ever feel hotter?
What?
And then you go, well, I happened to get my braces
Oh
off.
yeah, I did it again. I forgot in the middle of us laughing what we were talking about.
You know what happened? You walked into a room where everybody was already high,
I know.
and you
I
feel
high.
off.
That's what happened.
You feel off. Are you happy
this
that we got
little
you high
thing?
yesterday, even though you were just getting out of the
I
hospital?
am. I
See?
am.
It worked out.
It did work out.
Do you want to smoke right now?
No.
Someone's scared.
Yeah.
Don't be scared.
I don't drive high
Nothing's
well.
going to happen.
Don't be scared.
I didn't hear anything.
Don't be scared. Homie.com.
Don't be scared. I tried all those supplements that you sell on this show this morning and the fleshlight, and I'm feeling very confused.
Did you
right
put
now.
them in the flashlight?
I have a fleshlight inside me right now. No problem.
It's a slow
no
release
problem.
alpha brain hub.
Is that
It
to
used
tighten
to be
it
called
up?
the flashlight, but
Yeah.
now it's the slow release alpha brain hub.
That's it.
Just lube up those
Shit
little
works.
pills, and then as you do your Kegels, they'll slowly make their way into your ovaries,
Oh God, I've been kneeling all day.
and it'll be absorbed through the bloodstream.
Oh God,
Mm-hmm.
I'm too lazy to giggle.
Yeah, you get it. Imagine if that made you pregnant with an alpha baby. And just for whatever reason,
Holy
they
shit.
found some sperm that were laying around from some other adventure that you had a few days ago.
Some other
And they
adventure.
grabbed
It
that
never
sperm.
feels like an adventure, Joe.
They
Revive
grabbed
it.
that sperm, revived it, because they're alpha sperm. The alpha brain compounds got together and they stimulated the sperm, and the sperm like a fucking shot soldier that was holding onto his side just crawled across the finish line and smashed that egg
Lived
and
over.
threw himself in and created a person.
This
And
is-
you would have some super fucking Dr. Manhattan alpha brain baby.
I
You should
don't
try
wanna,
it.
I'm not trying that. That sounds horrible.
Listen,
I had a whole weekend. I had a whole weekend.
I
Of,
thought we were friends. All I'm asking, 2 pills in the pussy. What's up?
I don't trust you guys. I will never do anything for you. I had a full weekend in the hospital. How many times people, is there a chance you're pregnant? I'm like, no. How many different ways can I tell you I have not had sex?
Just tell them only if you get that way from getting fucked in the ass.
Yeah. Can you?
Only if you can get that way from anal,
Oh,
hard anal. Is
God.
it possible?
Is
I
that-
had some hard anal. Is it possible that they may have punctured the wall between my pussy and my butthole, and maybe that's how I got pregnant?
That's
because
that's
his
what happens.
dick had a bit of an upward hook to it, and I'm thinking that maybe it might have just ruptured my bag.
You're scaring Jackie.
I know, Mike.
Right? You think about that?
I'm like, I'm
You know?
rethinking the corn.
If it was like, if the guy had like a hooky dick,
Real hook dick.
yeah,
I've
like
never
real
seen
hooky.
that
In movies.
anywhere. I've never seen a real hook dick.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, some of them are shocking.
Wow.
Oh, I've never seen
Yeah,
it.
dudes get broken dicks. It's actually a medical condition. If like a woman's on top and someone makes a mistake, someone zigs when they should have zag, and the penis gets bent. Crank.
Mine's a little bent, but not crazy bent. Everyone's is a little
bit,
bent,
yeah.
right? Yeah,
That's
mine like
totally
bends
natural.
up and hits the G spot perfectly. That's my
Oh,
secret.
look at you.
I'm not buying it.
Oh yeah?
Mine's real curly.
Yeah,
Are you
let
gonna
me show
prove it
you.
to me, Brian?
I'll fuck you to prove you.
Yeah,
In front of
mine's like
everybody on your scared.
A pig one. Mine's like real curly.
When dudes
that
get
Muppets
broken dicks,
character?
though, Brian, pull it up online because it's pretty
My
shocking.
dick?
No, silly goose. Dudes, just look
Silly
up.
Billy.
Just
Hook's
Google
dick?
dudes with broken dicks.
we can show that, can we?
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah, we can show that.
Maybe
but look
can
on your
if
own.
you-
Look
if
on your
you
own phone.
Put your
You
hand
guys
over
probably
the
have
image.
some of those in your phone, I'm guessing, right? Dudes with
Yeah.
broken dicks?
Tons of cock pics in my phone.
Do you ever
Around
get
the
cock
block.
pics from guys you date for real?
No.
No.
I dated one guy that did it. I was just like, I have to be
Whoa.
honest with you, it's not. It's
Not cool?
It's not rocking.
Especially
or
when it's in another chick's butt. Sends you a
it's
picture.
inverted.
His cock in someone else's butt. What's up? Don't you wish you were here?
Does someone come around ever and bring us wine?
Wine. Do you want wine?
Oh, I don't know.
Do we
if
feel
you
like we're
guys
at a
are
restaurant?
having, yeah, I know.
Is that
I'm
your
like,
subtle way of asking, or do you feel like you're at
was
a
that
restaurant?
subtle?
No, well, for me,
Yeah,
everything's subtle.
Jackie and I love white wine. If there's
We
any,
love
what are you
wine.
As long
drinking,
as you're not
Brian?
screaming at each other, it's subtle.
It's,
I'm gonna
Wine.
go to the bar and grab a drink. So
Oh,
my
what-
participation so far is done.
what do we do?
You can have a drink as well, or you
Oh,
can just
okay,
continue
wait,
this conversation and just take over the Ice House Chronicles from here. These
Oh.
guys just abandoned me, these fucks. Hey, Brian, we're leaving. No one's here.
So wait, can we
Amy
get a
Schumer.
drink?
Amy Schumer is gonna run this by herself now. Just you and her. What do you want to do? We can do it 2 ways. We can, you guys can go get drinks, and then once you do, you can come back. And then
Okay.
I'll go get a drink, and then I'll come back, and that way we can continue some sort of a podcast. at the
Oh,
same
right,
time.
right. Okay. I'll do whatever you feel like doing.
I don't give a fuck. We can end this shit right now, dog.
Oh, shit.
How long do we do it for? Not long, right?
Oh yeah, we only been doing 50 minutes.
A 5
Okay, why don't you take a break?
50-minute
You-
podcast.
Yeah.
That's
well,
ridiculous.
okay. Well, but
You guys want to talk amongst yourselves?
We'll talk
Yeah, I
amongst
got a
ourselves.
joint. We can get
A
serious.
joint?
We can meet
Okay.
Jackie.
Let me go grab a drink, and I'm going to come back.
Do you ladies want a drink?
Would you like me to
yeah,
get something?
I'd love a Chardonnay.
A Chardonnay.
Hey,
I would like a Chardonnay too.
A Chardonnay. 2 Chardonnays. Mike Maxwell art.
hey, Joe.
I'm good, thank you. I
Thank
got a
you.
beer.
Free drinks.
Free drinks. You got a beer? Okay, 2 Chardonnays for the ladies. Be right back.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, Amy, if you wanted to, you could switch to a better chair because that's like a
Yeah.
shitty
This
chair.
is like the AIDS chair.
It is the AIDS
I want the AIDS headphones because I feel strapped to those.
AIDS headphones.
Is this, wait, where's just sit there?
Joe, yeah, sit in the middle seat.
Sit in the middle?
Yeah, that's cool.
All right. How's the crowd?
I haven't been in yet.
Yeah, Tom
Get a
needed
look
to
at
get
it?
up
I didn't
early.
even go in.
You're after Tom, right?
I bet they're gorgeous though. People in Pasadena are really beautiful.
Oh, they are?
No, Nick.
Yeah.
Nick is.
People in Pasadena.
Jackie's going to Krakow, Poland.
So
tomorrow.
Jackie, I don't
Yeah.
know you. What do you do? What's are you a comic also? Yes,
Yeah,
you
we
are a
travel
comic, but
Yes.
do you live in New York or?
I just moved to LA via New York.
Oh, you really?
Yes.
Jackie's a very funny comedian.
Really?
We met in New
she's a
York.
killer.
We had a thing.
We had a
Ooh,
thing in New York.
Explain.
We would converse about the shows. She fell in love pretty quickly, and ever since then, it's just we've been friends.
Yes.
This is
Friends
pretty good.
forever.
Oh my god.
How long you been doing comedy for?
7 years.
7 years. And what clubs are you usually like? What's your home club?
I do a lot of bars. And Gotham in New York.
She works at the Improv though too.
Yeah.
I feel like I can't hear myself.
I can hear you.
You can hear me normal? Okay.
You know what? I think you weren't talking to the side of it.
Oh yeah. I always
there's
forget.
a piece of purple tape on the
Sorry.
microphone that you want to talk
Just
towards
have
the
it to go
purple
like
tape. So
this.
turn the microphone so it's facing it.
Yeah. Jackie's gay, so give it up, Bri.
Oh, you're gay?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I just pulled you out.
Yeah, she
Jackie,
pulled
you're
me
out. I
I-
just couldn't watch Brian go for it anymore.
No, I used to date a lot of gay or bisexual porn
Men?
stars. No, porn
Men?
stars. No, not men.
Men?
No, they're not. They had the operations.
Was it men?
Trans men?
Trans men.
Women.
So women that have girlfriends, and like it was kind of weird because I would have these girls that were like, "I want a girlfriend." I'm like, "Yeah, but you're dating me." Like, well, I don't think that like that's like a different thing. I'm like, "Well, it kind of is," but I've. All right, and then like these girls would come into relationships and then try to steal, they would just start shitting on me right away. Like it'd be like, dude, why do you date Brian? Brian's a fucking lazy ass,
Yeah,
and blah
girls
blah
are
blah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so that's happened to me a couple times because I always date girls. I guess whatever is attracted to me, which is gay women.
You look like a gay lady. I thought you were a gay lady when I came in. I was like, I'm getting laid tonight.
Yeah, Jackie was fired up.
I was so excited.
she thought I was.
I was like, and corn? I can't.
Thank you. Look
Thank
at this.
you.
It's
Thank
like a
you.
goblet. We're on
Yay
Game of Thrones.
us. Yay us.
Cheers, queers.
Cheers.
It's nice to see you guys. Look at
Cheers.
this. Cheers, Bri.
cheers.
Chronicles.
Across the table. Salute. Okay.
Cheers. Verbal cheers.
Official.
Verbal cheers.
It is
Alpha
official.
Ice House Chronicles. This is how we do.
This is how we do.
What is this wine?
This is how we do
Thank you.
Now, is your humor a lot of gay humor, or do you not even really talk about it on stage? Or
sometimes I talk about it and sometimes I don't. Like sometimes I'll get off stage and Amy won't have heard me and she'll be like,
I'll
give
go-
it up for that dyke. And then they'll be like, what?
Whoa.
I come out and I'm like, how about that pussy eating? And they're like, she didn't mention it. And I'm like, Jackie, you're out.
That's funny. That's
It depends if there's a cute guy in the audience, right?
That's actually kind of a cool bit anyway.
No.
That's kind of a cool bit. Just a fucking outer. I'm tired of her bullshit. You want to hit on me, bitch?
I love doing that, wiping out everything the comic before you did. Mark Norman, who also opens for you, sometimes I come out and I'm like, okay, one more time for Mark. I can't believe he has AIDS, right? It's so weird. I can't see it on people. Nobody gets laid when they work with me.
do you like New York so far? Do you like Gotham is probably one of the
no,
best
I live in
clubs.
LA now.
Oh,
I'm
you
from New
moved.
York.
Oh, do you like LA better now, or do you?
I like
is it,
both places. My girlfriend still lives in New York, so I get to go to both. But
New York is awesome.
yeah, it's hard. I love them both.
Except for the people and the weather.
yeah, right.
Other
The
than that,
traveling.
the shit. You know? All the possible restaurants are amazing.
And the possible rape.
Now, long distance relationship as a lesbian has to be way better because then when you get horny, you just stick the phone inside you or something, right?
Oh God, how did you know?
Brian.
Do you mean, how did you get this job?
Yeah, he often gets asked that. Yeah, Brian thinks vagina is just about just keeping shit in there.
Yeah.
I do
Whatever
use mine
you
as a
got.
purse.
You
when
think
I
we
pack.
walk
Girls
around
do
feeling
that.
a void
Whatever
all
you
the
got.
time?
Whatever you're holding
Whatever
at
you
the time,
got.
really.
Keys. You don't want to lose them. Stuff them in your snatch. No worries.
Just another pocket for Brian.
But you can't leave them in there too long, or your natural pussy juice will eat the brass of the keys.
The acidic
Could you
nature.
imagine?
Yeah, don't keep a frog in there either. It's like a
Pussy
can of
ate
Coke.
Keys. You went in there, it's like mercury.
Yeah,
What the
I go through
fuck?
keys like crazy.
Can you imagine if you found it and you're reluctant to tell your boyfriend because then you're afraid he would lose his fillings? You don't want to go down on you anymore.
Just leaks like the Terminator.
Pussy, yeah, pussy juice just cuts right through like the alien's blood. Remember, it was going right through the ship.
Oh my
That's what your pussy
God.
juice is like. Just eats metal.
I wish it did that.
You guys
Me
ever
too.
you ever have one of those guys who did a science project in grade school and would like leave a tooth in like water, leave
Yeah.
a tooth in Coke?
Oh yeah.
You should leave a tooth in pussy juice.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I thought they
Yeah.
left a nail. Like, where did they get the
You
teeth?
do that,
Exactly. And I think it's
and it
the
becomes
kids
a
of
bone
dentists.
monster.
We used to
Some
do
monster
frogs.
grows
You
out.
They have
Frog.
vaginas with teeth. People have teeth in their vaginas.
Stop.
Yeah,
What?
they have that
No,
movie.
That's
Oh, that's
Alien.
totally real.
Did you see that movie?
Yeah.
What was
What
that
was
movie?
Teeth.
Teeth.
Oh, it's called
yeah,
teeth.
It's called teeth.
What a
but
brilliant.
but it is a thing, right?
Yeah, I think it's a.
It's not a
It's like a
thing.
sis. I think it's
There's
happened before. It's like a twin sister that was
Yeah.
inside her vagina.
Well, there have been people born with teeth in their body. They would find a dude's like they had teeth in his shoulder or his chest or something
That
like
makes
that.
me
and
so
yeah,
fucking
it was-
sick.
yeah. He had absorbed his
That's
brother.
such a deal
It
break.
was like little parts.
That's such a deal break.
That's got a bite.
I do want a disabled guy. Though.
I thought you'd hit a sound cue on that.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a little too late, I think, at this point, Brian.
it. Don't worry.
Here, I'll say it
What?
again. You can edit it, right?
Are you gonna hit a sound cue?
That's gonna bite.
Wait.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ.
This place.
This isn't live, at least, right?
No, it is live.
Okay, perfect.
All right, now.
Have you been to Poland?
can you do it
Jackie's
right
going
again?
to Krakow
Yeah.
tomorrow, Joe.
Well, that's got a bite.
No.
I did not expect that sound cue.
My
at all.
headphones
That was a
are-
Wow.
smart move, Brian.
Trigger.
Brian, you
that's
really.
what-
It
That
sounded
was the
like
one there.
like
I gotta
Cirque
tell
du
you,
Soleil
dude,
at first.
you're really fucking good at what you do.
Okay, Jay, I'd like to give you all this equipment, and this is all brand new stuff that this is my second time using. I'd like to see you try it.
Well,
All
I
right,
like,
see if
I
you do
like,
it.
I like.
'Cause,
how
you went to school at
I
about
like
the
how you
same
got
amount as I have.
actually angry when I joked around with you. That was very, very attractive. The way you immediately freaked out when I was goofing on you, and you got actually angry to the point where there was a hitch in your voice. That's
Oh.
super sexy.
This is sexy watching you guys talk like this to each other.
More of this.
Hot.
More of this.
Brian actually gets upset if you goof on him. You can't goof on him. See that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No goofing on Brian. for
Makes
the
the
rest
most
of my
ridiculous
life.
noise.
That's tough.
Listen,
You
man,
gotta
I
be able
can't
to
do any
fuck
of this shit. That's why I hired you. I don't know how to do any of this stuff. And I know that you don't have a background in this shit. You're going to have to deal with this, Brian.
That's funny.
Get it together, son.
That's a good one.
I
Now
think
wipe
Brian's-
up and join the rest of the class.
Jackie,
Good.
you're going to Poland?
Yes, Poland.
Tomorrow.
What for?
Tomorrow, yeah.
She wants to get some good dick.
Yeah.
She wants to make sure
I'm
that
like,
none
I
of her
gotta get
girlfriends
out
find
of.
out.
I gotta get
Gotta
out of
find
the
an ice
country.
queen, huh?
I gotta get out of the country to get some good dick.
That's it.
I'm gay in the United States of America, and that's it.
I'll
Right,
tell them.
right.
She had a movie in Sundance, and it did really well, and it's going to the Krakow
Tell me if that's pot.
Festival.
It might be
You're-
fun.
Hey, congrats,
Nice.
Jackie. What's the movie?
Codependent lesbian space alien seek sane.
What?
Yes.
Seeks aid?
Seek sane.
Oh, same.
Are you the alien?
Yes.
I was like, aid is pretty close to AIDS.
Yeah,
You
it
might want to
is.
rephrase that.
I had
Seek
I
same.
had blood taken today. I donated blood,
Right?
but it really was just an AIDS test. But I'm telling everybody I donated blood.
They don't just throw it away, do they?
She's
They,
like,
they
"Be
probably
nice
still
to
use
me."
it.
Are you nervous now?
When was the last time you did heroin?
It's been a while.
Do you
No.
do
I've
it
never
with
done
a
heroin.
needle,
No, it was
or-
just to follow up the food poisoning shit.
Oh, see if you got AIDS too?
Yeah.
Imagine if food poisoning gave you AIDS.
Oh,
what a
God.
motherfucker. You're the first person
I'll
to get AIDS
fucking.
from
I'm gonna
food
find
poisoning.
the crab that they made that crab cake from and beat it to death.
Don't fuck it.
I'm not gonna fuck a crab, you guys. I don't even know how that would work.
You just put it in your vagina, like that phone.
Anything you put in your vagina that counts as fucking it.
I'm gonna say yes.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, you fucked
Well,
up.
then
Because anything I put my
number
dick
just
in.
went up. I'm
Yeah,
good. Do you?
yeah.
If I put my dick in something, then people would say, "Remember when you fucked that cantaloupe?" And it's like, yeah, I did fuck that cantaloupe.
That's different.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
fucking awesome logic.
So
you should write
you
books.
guys fucked condoms then? You fucked condoms.
She's right.
I guess so. But then you guys
do.
fuck tampons all the time.
You guys fuck cock
Yeah.
rings?
Yeah, but the tampons fuck them. It's
Tampons
like-
do not feel like anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm good, dude. Yeah, what?
Now, Nick, Nick has the best YouTube channel ever. It's youtube.com/Nick, which seems like that's worth a lot of money. Have you even thought about maybe selling that?
With
Because
like-
that's
with
like
some weird-
Nickelodeon, fucking
Oh yeah, maybe.
anything.
Dude,
I'm,
might
now
be
I'm
able to
thinking
get
about it,
Nick
but it's
Hansen
still
will buy it.
What if you get like $1 million for that shit?
well. But the thing is, it's probably more valuable to me in a few years just to have that Nick. You know,
That's
Like,
like
no,
not.
I'm sitting on a
no.
good piece of
You could be
property.
Juicy
No.
Nick. You could be anything you want it to be.
Juicy Nick is taken. That's what I wanted. I had to settle for Nick.
That's very confident of you to think that it's going to be worth $1 million.
The word is delusional.
That's very funny, Amy. Very
Thank
funny.
you.
He got upset for real too. Did you feel that?
I believe in you. I believe in you. I wouldn't have said
A
it
lot
if
of
I don't believe
motherfuckers
in
getting
you.
upset for real in this comedy podcast. Fascinating.
I can't wait till it's my turn. Someone says something mean. I'm just like,
Yeah, I'm ready.
I spiral.
I'm ready, bitch.
I'm gonna spiral.
I'm thinking right now something good.
Who's on stage right now, Tom?
I'm
No,
winding
I'm
up.
vulnerable. I had look my.
Are you
AIDS.
cutting?
No, I've never cut.
No.
No.
Have you pinched?
No, I've never done that.
Self spank.
I don't remember.
That's the weirdest
hope
thing when a
so.
stripper does that.
Spank.
They
Does
spank
that
themselves?
that doesn't work with dudes? Does that work with girls?
Guys
Do
don't
girls
like
like
it?
it when a
yeah,
girl
when a girl
self-spanks?
reaches back and spanks herself.
Well, how do you know
Never
that doesn't
seen
work
that.
with guys? Have you done like a
It doesn't
big
work with me.
poll? It's just done.
I'm
with
just
you.
assuming that those
It
other
doesn't
guys.
That'd be a
don't
funny
like it.
poll to ask people. Like, well, how about when strippers self-spank?
What about
do
you?
think?
Self spank?
I think it's just a noise to get the guys to look at her and throw more money on. That's like the
that's
clack.
a
The clack in the
good-
shoes together is terrifying as a guy, but it makes me pay attention.
You're
So
right.
impressed.
But when
by
they
strippers.
self-spank, don't you think that they're thinking they can spank you too?
Oh,
I'll see you guys.
There's probably a little
Break
bit of
a
that.
leg.
Yeah.
Have fun, Nick.
Gotta jump on that mill. He hates me.
Yeah, I think he
we
just
went to
crushed
a
his
strip
dreams.
club in Portland.
Yes.
And
it was like-
which was also a pizza place.
Dude,
I
think
think.
about what you just did to that guy. Think about what you just said to him.
I think he's joking.
Gotta jump on the mill.
Nick's improv.
Do you know what she just said to him?
What?
When we said maybe your name would be worth $1 million.
Right?
She called him delusional.
Yeah.
She
Yeah,
shut him
because
down.
I'm realistic.
And yeah, and that,
You're an enabler.
and that response he just
I'm
did,
an enabler.
Yeah.
and that response he did was 100% improv because I know Nick really well.
What does that mean? Is 100%
He was just kidding.
Oh,
Yeah.
so
He
he's
wasn't
just
rough.
kidding about it
About
be
looking
worth,
mad.
Yeah.
worth something someday.
Yeah.
But do you think it's worth anything though? What do you think Nick
Yeah,
is
it
worth?
probably is. I
Probably.
mean, for Nickelodeon, but
Yeah, I would think. I would
Yeah.
think you could probably sell that shit.
well, Nickelodeon, if you're listening, I know I'm a fellow Burbankian. If you contact me, I'll get you in touch with Nick, and we can work out a deal, even if it is like we both do a show, voices for a show.
Yeah, that would be a good move for them.
Yeah. In
YouTube
exchange of
for
giving you
kids.
his YouTube page, we'll get a cartoon. How
I
about
want to
that?
get slime.
Seems like you offered them
a cartoon.
an offer they can't refuse.
That's right.
What would your cartoon be about?
Honestly, it'd be something. It would be
Cunts on fire.
Oh, God.
It would be the cat, the logo of Death Squad, but it would be a cartoon with a cat.
So the cat that's a suicide bomber is just wandering around Palestine.
Well, no, he just gets a bad rap.
Where's he at?
Huh?
What part of the world?
Japan. He lives in Japan,
So
obviously.
he's just wandering around Japan with dynamite strapped to his chest, and he never explains why.
No, that's just one scene of his life.
That
That's like
actually-
that's the last episode of the cartoon.
I think the
Charlie
Hitler
Chaplin
mustache could
mustache.
What's
the Hitler
Charlie
mustache could run in Japan. I
Yeah,
think
your
it-
mic is fucking weird.
I
Yeah.
forgot I was performing.
It's really
I hate
loud.
being high on
It's
Should I
Charlie
lean back?
Chaplin.
Try it
Charlie
now.
Chaplin mustache.
Check.
Try it now.
Same.
Why do you feel bad?
Try it now.
Still good?
Yeah.
Try it now.
Inside.
Is it meant for
Still
be
good?
inside your voice?
Hello.
All right.
Hello?
I don't know what the fuck's going on.
I don't know.
Do you
It
want
just
this
got
back?
hot for a while.
Check one.
I don't have
Mine
any.
sounds. I don't
Thank
know.
you. Oh, it's all over.
Hello.
Boisterous.
It's all over.
Hello.
We all right? We're
Yeah.
falling apart here.
This is all new
Hello?
shit. Sucks trying to figure this out.
Oh. I think
Mine
it's
makes
okay.
smells.
It's adequate. It's a lot of dudes been spitting knowledge into that shit, yo. Consolidated, exfoliated, appreciated, donated, treated, aided, faded.
Wouldn't you love to do a cartoon,
Related.
Joe? Do a voice of a cartoon? You'd be perfect for a cartoon. So would Joey Diaz. So would
Biomechanically
Ari.
coordinated.
So would Duncan. We'd do a Death Squad cartoon. It'd be awesome.
Phosphated, fluorinated.
You
Dude, I
you
could be a- I
freestyle
could
like
be
a
a
homeless
freestyle
person.
rapper.
Yeah, you'd be the freestyle rapper.
Medicaid.
How many
Medicated.
freestyle rappers are doing it for like they have a box in front of them and they do freestyle rap for money?
Oh God.
Does that happen? Like guys do with like guitars? They
No,
don't
you
do
know,
that?
I
I've
have-
never seen that.
They,
Is that
they'll battle like at a party or
For money?
something.
For
At
money?
a
No,
homeless-
just
homeless?
for
Well,
battle.
that- throw a
Yeah.
party?
Ego.
You know, it's funny when you
Not a
see
house party.
those battle raps. It's all just being so mean. Nobody
When
knows
they
how to
trash
battle
each other?
rap. Nobody knows how to battle rap with humility.
Oh God.
It's all like
love
silly
those.
insults. Why your mom be sucking my dick? You know, everything is, you wish it was good, you wish it was quick, but you at home crying while your mom is sucking my dick.
see
You
that.
know, it's like that kind of shit. You know?
I like that stuff. I liked Big L. I mean,
Big,
and
Big L was great.
what that freestyle? Oh my
Yeah.
God, I liked that. I think that's why. I
Yeah,
like,
Big
like
L
the-
was great. I didn't find out about him till long as after he was dead.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I forget
That
who turned me on to
freestyle,
it. I think it
you
was,
would never shit. Your mother should have swallowed you.
It was like around the time where Guru from Gangstar died.
Yeah.
What is this?
Big O.
Yeah,
Do that freestyle that he did? Like,
I forgot how it go. You do it. Do your impression of it.
no. I one time signed up and sang 99 Problems at karaoke, and that was a mistake.
How was that a mistake?
I
Oh,
should
you know
not
all the
be-
words?
I'm doing Jay-Z doing a Southern cop in Miami. Nobody wants that. It looked so racist. I was like trying to get black people to go on stage. I didn't really use that. Oh, he was so good.
What happened to this dude? He got
His
killed,
freestyle,
right?
Yeah.
He got killed.
Yeah.
And then
How?
Guru from Gangstar died
Sam
recently.
Cooke's dad, Al Green, murdered him in a hotel.
Oh God, that's what
Wait
I
a
figured.
minute.
No, guys.
Amy Schumer.
Guys?
I figured.
Trust
Amy
me,
Schumer.
guys.
God damn it. Google this, Brian.
Now I can't stop smelling the mic.
Spitting knowledge, yo. Does it smell like Cheetos and knowledge?
One time I tried to pretend like I was freestyling, but it was Rod Digga's freestyle, and I got caught. And it was really bad. I was like, I'm going to do it tonight, you guys.
Freestyling has got to be really hard if
Oh
you're really
my
truly
God.
freestyling.
That's
But a
such
lot
a
of those
different-
guys are reciting shit they already wrote.
There's
like
a dude named Supernatural who will
heard of him.
get stuff from people in the crowd. Be like, all right, you tell me something. You tell me something. You tell me something.
Wow.
And all his raps, like the last part of the line, will be something that ties it all together.
Wow.
Like John Joseph.
Yeah,
On
Who's that?
February
Who's John
15th, 1999, Coleman was killed by an unknown assailant in a drive-by shooting in his hometown of Harlem. Suspects, including the main suspect, Gerald Woodley, were brought in for questioning, but no one was found guilty. His second studio album, The Big Picture, was put together by Coleman's manager, Rick King. It was released the following year and certified gold by the Recording Industry Association of
It's a
America.
great album.
Since his death, a lot of people thought he was gay.
Oh.
Ooh, he's like Omar.
I'm just kidding
Make
about
that part up, you motherfucker. I knew it.
I was doing a gay joke for you.
Okay, that was a good
For
gay
me.
joke.
Can you find
That was
dare
a good
you.
gay joke.
right from the
How
big picture?
dare you.
Off the big picture, there's a freestyle on there.
You know someone's going to try to sneak that on Wikipedia.
I know.
You know someone's going to try to sneak that on Wikipedia.
Pictures of his butthole were released several months ago.
God,
Yeah.
the posthumous release.
What did they have on my Wikipedia for the longest time that I
You
thought
had
I was
Crohn's
a werewolf?
and you had Crohn's
Crohn's
disease.
Oh, you had Crohn's disease.
But I don't really.
Oh.
And that I think I'm a werewolf.
Yeah,
Wow, that's
pretty good.
that's
Ow.
possible.
that's understandable.
Pretty badass.
I
Pretty dope.
I told you I saw that werewolf. She was with me at Runyon Canyon. The guy
God.
with hair from here down. I can't get over it.
I wonder who was teaching.
Ugh.
I told you what that's for.
I wish we
Girlfriend's
asked.
got
His
a
girlfriend
big
got a
hairy
hairy
box,
box and it
and
locks.
they lock
I
on like
just-
Velcro.
You're my God. You must have been the
What?
craziest kid.
I told you what it's for.
Told you. I gotta tell you again.
I think I mentioned the pussy locking with the hair. Oh yes, you're right. I'm sorry.
Amy,
Sorry.
hey, over here.
Can we please pitch a show?
For sure.
As the
You and I
worst
together?
New York couple.
The worst couple ever.
I do the worst New York.
Okay.
Well,
I'm pretty
leave me
bad too.
alone,
Oh, well, you with this
Joey.
fucking shit.
Joey,
are we
I'm
on? Are we a
cleaning.
sitcom? Are we a sitcom?
I just go like this with my hands.
What network are we
Oh my
on so I can
God.
know how far to take it?
TBS. It's got to be pretty clean.
TBS. TBS is funny. What is their logo? It's like
It's
real funny or something like
Real
that.
carrot. I don't know.
Is funny.
We're funny.
We're funny. We're funny.
Is that's
Okay.
funny.
TBS. I gotta lighten.
Characters welcome. Oh,
Characters
that's
welcome.
USA.
I gotta tone it down a little.
What? Oh my God.
That was the baby for when you guys were acting for the sitcom.
Oh, we have a baby. Oh right, we have kids.
Right.
Little
You
Miss
made the
Schumer.
baby cry.
Little Miss Schumer. You gonna blame me for that? You gonna blame me for that?
Guys, when you watch this, look at this. I'm like an octopus over here.
Yeah. Might be the best
What are you trying to
show.
fly away?
I don't know. I know.
Might be the best show of all time.
Oh God.
Does anyone want any grapevines? Grapevines?
What is that?
It's licorice, but grape licorice, and then
Are
I
they a
love
new
grape
sponsor,
anything.
or are you-
No, but I wish they were. Have some though.
That's very urban looking.
I love urban
How
urban
dare
food.
you? I can't believe you went
Can I
there.
say that?
How dare you?
I think that was more
Yeah.
racist than me
Schumer.
I'm gonna
saying
pass.
Indian people were
Oh
purple.
God,
Smells
yeah.
Yeah.
like grape gum.
Black people
Yeah.
do not want to be accused of liking grape shit.
What
They will
smells better to
go-
you, white people or black people?
Black people.
Okay, good.
Are you serious? Of course.
You gotta say that because it doesn't
It's the
have any
truth.
repercussions.
You're welcome.
Doesn't have any repercussions.
It's the
if you
truth.
say white people smell better than black people, you're accusing black people smelling bad.
If I say that,
But
I'm
if you
lying.
say, but you know what I'm saying? But if you said the other way, you
You're
said
right.
black people don't
But-
smell as good, people would accuse you of being a racist.
But it is a fact.
The
They
black
smell
guys smell good?
people.
People.
Yeah, they smell like cocoa butter and Jesus, and it's beautiful.
And Jesus.
I just threw in
Jesus.
Jesus. I don't know, but I love how black people smell. I smell.
They
I
smell
smell
good.
every black person I walk past. I
They
get a
smell
good whiff.
What about rerun from What's Happening?
Even rerun, I'll fucking smell rerun. No, I'm just kidding. Nobody's like.
Would you? How much would someone have to pay you to take reruns underwear and put them on your face like a bank robber
Okay.
and run around the block 20 times?
20 times?
Yep.
Can we bargain here? Can we
No,
cut it down to 10?
no. This
Just
is
to run
my
around
offer.
the block. 20.
This is what my offer is.
This is a big block. This is a long block.
You show up at Sunset Gower at noon. Rerun has been up since 6, doing his exercises.
Okay.
Rerun has had his morning breakfast.
$100,000.
Who knows how many times he's
$100,000
farted in those drawers
after taxes.
because there's a lot of goddamn food digesting in that fat fuck.
Oh, that is
that
so
stuff is
gross.
moving around and bubbling and creating gases and this is what you have to do. You have to strap them on your face and tie a knot in the back like a halter top.
Like a tranny.
Wait, it's got to be tight. And then you
It's gotta be tight.
You got to leave that shit on and run around the block 20 times.
Okay.
How much? How much are we talking?
With the tranny knot, it just went up to $150. I thought there was gonna be some breathing room, like I'd sneak a nose out one of the holes.
Dude, if we
But
put this
now-
on pay-per-view, this might be profitable.
I don't
Let me
see
think
it
about
happening.
this.
And-
Listen,
and our
if we can
biggest
find a
problem-
way.
Here's our biggest obstacle.
Reruns dead.
Reruns not real.
Shit. Okay, we just kicked this bitch up enough. Shit just got real.
Shit
Ready?
got real.
Instead of
It's
rerun,
real.
Joey Diaz.
Oh!
Yeah. Free.
I'll do it for free as.
Wow.
Hello.
That bitch is down.
But I'm jogging.
I'm gonna
I'm
have a
not
cigarette.
sprinting.
That bitch is down. You can have a cigarette, Brian. Why don't you step
One,
outside?
just one. All right.
He's a disgusting asshole.
Brian.
He's a gentleman because he is stepping outside.
Oh, thanks, Brian.
How many people here smoke cigarettes? Do you
I
smoke
don't-
cigarettes?
No,
You smoke cigarettes?
I've been off the cigarettes for
Yeah.
like 10 years almost.
Was it hard?
It was hard at first. I just smoked a bunch more weed.
Did you
just treated
slowly
with
cut yourself back?
No, I went to Las Vegas and had like a wild weekend in Las Vegas. And on the coming back, my buddy was like,
Wild.
he was like, you can't. I had somebody tell me I couldn't quit smoking,
This is on that
and
wild.
that's what made me
He's a
do it.
wolf.
That's how it works. So someone tells you
Yeah,
you can't,
I had
then you
like one of my
Nice.
best
Yeah.
friends was like, you can't do that shit, and it got
Whoa.
inside my ego, and it's like, all right,
Wow.
well, fuck you, I'm gonna do
Yeah,
it.
occasionally someone will say something like that, and
But
it
I wanted to
almost
do it,
feels
yeah.
like life is a game, and that person's there to reset you and push you back on track. It really
So
almost
maybe if
feels
we're
like that
like-
sometimes.
I bet you can't run around with reruns
Yeah.
underwear. Then you'll just do it for free.
I'll do it right now.
What's up?
Get-
Are you on X? Is that what's going
I'm
on?
on it?
Jackie?
Okay.
Break a
Jackie.
leg. Yay.
Jackie, keep it together up there.
Yeah,
Okay.
please.
Make it-
Hold it down.
Make it good. Make it entertaining.
Don't do your normal thing you do when you phone it in.
Yeah, and no fingering yourself or anything.
Zero
crazy.
fingering up there.
This is Pasadena. This isn't Hollywood or wherever you do.
Whatever you do that thing.
Wherever you get your freak
The
on.
thing you do.
Wherever you get your freak on.
Don't go get
Mike-
your period all over the stage.
Maxwell. Don't be stanking up that mic with your pussy breath. Sup,
Oh.
Mike Maxwell.
Man, I'm excited for
How are
Atlanta.
they?
You leave, buddy? Tom Segura, ladies and
good
gentlemen.
seeing you.
Just coming back from a killer performance.
Good to meet you in
Headed
person.
home. Tell the missus I
Are
said
they
hi,
from out
Tom.
of town? How are they? Blah.
Later, my brother.
Thanks for the 4-1.
You know, we should just walk out of here right now because Brian isn't even here. This motherfucker. He's supposed to be running this shit. What's he doing out there?
Smoking
He's
cigarettes.
smoking a cigarette.
Smoking a cigarette.
It's just us.
It's sad to see
just
someone,
us.
when you like someone, they're in the grip. They're in the grip of that dirty, dirty cigarette.
It's a tough one.
Yeah.
Amy Schumer, smart enough, never smoked.
I used to smoke
How
when I
long?
was like 20. I would like teach yoga classes and like at 7 in the morning smoke in bed before I went to teach and
Oh my
smoke
God.
after.
Damn, girl.
Yeah. Yeah. And then I got pneumonia and I just decided to like go cold turkey and I haven't ever smoked it again.
How many cigarettes are you smoking a day?
12.
12.
Yeah.
12. What's a pack? 24?
I think 20.
20?
Yeah.
They're so expensive.
Yeah.
My friends who smoke, I'm like, how can you afford that? You're so
crazy.
broke.
It's crazy. It's one of those things where if life wasn't real and you were making a movie about life, it would make no sense if you would say, and they're all addicted to this thing where they light this paper and they take in a smoke that damages their lungs and eventually poisons them and kills them.
Yeah.
Everybody would be like, wait a minute,
No
why would they
one's
do
falling
that?
for that,
Why would they do
right.
that? That's stupid. Why would they do that? Well, if they get caught up in it, see, it looks sexy. It looks mysterious. It looks dangerous. It looks rebellious. So they get caught up in that image, and that image is perpetrated in a bunch of different movies where the cool person would light a cigarette right before they go in and kick some ass and let everybody know what the fuck is up, or light a cigarette after they just fucked. Yeah, kick back and light that cigarette. So it gets programmed in these dumb kids' heads, and then they start smoking cigarettes. The people that you were telling that to would be like, that's so stupid.
That's ridiculous.
Didn't these people invent the internet? Didn't these people invent nuclear bombs? Didn't these people invent televisions and cell phones? And you're telling me that they're falling for this? They're falling for a burning plant that
But
gives you
people
cancer?
don't care about their health. They care about how they look. That's it. It's vanity. But even that doesn't work.
Well, Brian
But
says
that moment
keeps
of
his weights
addiction,
down.
that moment when you all of a sudden realize you're addicted, is a very weird moment that sort of just sneaks up on you at the out of the blue.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
I
it's
remember
it's a physical addiction.
Yeah.
It's
I remember
a real,
it,
true
like-
physical addiction.
You would just smoke at like a party when you're drinking or something, not even inhale or whatever, and then you start to inhale a couple cigarettes, and then you get that feeling. Then you wake up like a week later and be like, man, I really want a cigarette.
that-
Just out of
yeah.
nowhere. Just out of nowhere.
gets
And you do it. Especially
Yeah.
young kids,
No
you
one's
know?
immune to addiction. It's chemicals. It's
Some
chemistry.
people are. It's
The
crazy enough.
chemicals?
Yeah, some people it doesn't work on them. I know some
Nicotine?
people that can smoke. They can smoke once a week. They can not smoke for a year. They can smoke all weekend long and then quit on Monday. I know some people that have no problem with that. It's rare.
But I mean, if you start smoking and you are a smoker,
Mm-hmm.
it's going to be hard to quit.
For most people, for some people, it's not hard to quit.
Really?
Yeah, some people that doesn't get them. It never gets them
Oh no,
physically.
but now
it
people
might be
hear
a
that, and they're gonna
metabolism
think maybe
issue.
they're-
Do you think they're more centered?
No. I've just talked to people. I'm just
Really?
from my own. I don't think they're lying because I've met more than one person that believes. I don't know if it's more centered. Sometimes people are willing to. There's different levels of comfort that people seek, and some people it can't even be a little cold out. They won't go outside. Oh, they don't
That's
want
me.
any discomfort. And there's other people that are like, fuck it, come on, let's go.
Yeah.
And those fuck it, come on, let's go people, they can quit. They can quit because they can just deal with some bullshit. All right, fuck this, I quit. And they'll just quit. They'll smoke a couple of cigarettes, they'll drink, and then they'll quit. Like, fuck it, it's smoking cigarettes. I smoked all weekend, I feel like shit, I'm done. And then 2 weeks later, they're doing whiskey, they're having shots at a bar, and a guy goes for a cigarette, you're like, give me one of those. And then you just take it, you're drunk, and then you smoke that night, and then that's it. That happens for some people. Some people, they don't ever get drawn into it. And, if that's the way you can do it, God bless you. But why take that chance?
But
man?
it's like you don't know because the people that like smoke forever sometimes are okay, and then the people that were like social, they only smoke when they drank are the ones that get cancer.
The deal is the tobacco companies will never go like legit, much less dangerous tobacco like cigars. They're never going to get rid of cigarettes. Like cigarettes are the thing that
Too
people
much
smoke
money.
all day. Cigars are it's extraordinary. It takes too much time to smoke it. It's more of a social thing
work.
where you sit around doing nothing. You can't do it while you're working. You can't have like a cigarette dangling out of your mouth while you're writing. You can't be out there taking a 5-minute cigarette break with a cigar in your mouth. You can't do that. So it'll never fit into the lifestyle that sort of cigarettes has created. This cigarette break
that would
lifestyle.
be really funny if people smoke cigars like cigarettes.
I think it's way healthier for you.
It'd be great to see
you.
people smoking joints instead
What's
of
this
cigarettes.
for?
Yeah, fuck yeah, it would.
Am I supposed to wear this on stage?
It's a mannequin mask.
Oh,
It'd
thank
be great
you.
except for those few annoying fucks that would inevitably ruin it for all of us.
Yeah.
How's the crowd? Does anybody know?
They don't like chicks, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, they
Oh
hate
my
white
God.
chicks.
Well, let me just put my clit away. I saw a sign today, and it was like for getting, I think, HIV testing.
Yeah?
And it was this guy's stomach was really distended, and they were like, if that's what the marketing was, it was like if you get HIV, like it could make you have a big stomach.
Whoa.
So they're now going for the vanity,
Is
because
that
it
really what
wasn't.
it is?
I think that's the only thing I
Oh,
could
that's
guess.
funny because
It's
people
like
aren't
it's-
getting AIDS tests anymore, so they're trying to trick you.
Yeah, they're like, they're like, guys are like,
Feeling fat?
HIV,
Maybe
who
it's
cares? Yeah, like who cares if I have HIV? You can live with
Right.
it now, but if you oh wait, I could get a belly. Like I better wrap it up.
There's
Well,
been a
not
lot of
only that-
campaigns lately.
Guys that
Yeah.
don't know if they have it or not, and they don't want to know, and they're secretly in
And
bliss,
they just fuck.
and then they feel their belly coming on. God damn it. They drag them in.
minute.
And meanwhile, they come out negative, so they just ramp up the fucking tremendously.
Shit. Oh,
But you
God.
tricked them in. Imagine that. Do you feel fat? If you feel fat, maybe you have AIDS.
My hotel is like in like Gay Town, you know, in LA
Is that what they
right
call
now.
it?
What do they call it?
Gay town.
Do they?
Boys Town.
Fine.
Santa
Landed
Monica?
it. Nailed it.
Cumville.
It's not Santa Monica. Well, it's on Santa Monica. Yeah. And it's there's like all this marketing with that stuff that's all appealing to vanity,
Yeah.
not health.
Yeah, the health didn't work out.
No, they're
in
like
there doing amyl nitrate and poppers and blasting loads into each other's asses. They're like, health is, as long as I can do that.
yeah. If I can do this, I'm
They're
cool.
like, as long as I can keep doing that
yeah.
and shoot these monster loads into other dudes' butts, pretty fucking
I'm
happy.
set.
You
Set.
know? And what's really crazy is dudes who call themselves bug chasers.
What's that?
That's,
Bug chasers?
that's guys who want to get AIDS.
Whoa. What's
Yeah.
this?
They
I've heard
fuck
that.
guys who are HIV positive. They call themselves bug chasers, and they want to get it. So
Why?
they look for it online. They'll ask for it because it's there's people that want to be humiliated. There's people that want to be shit
Oh
on.
my
There's people
God,
that want to be
that's so
castrated.
upsetting.
There's people that there's one guy that had to make a commitment to a guy to be the guy's bitch, and one of the things it involved is self-castration. He wanted the guy to cut off his nuts so that he couldn't get hard anymore. So all he would do is fuck the guy, and the guy agreed to it. The guy agreed to be his bitch, and so he documented him cutting off his own balls.
Is this on Oz?
Holy
No, this is
Christ.
on fucking the internet. It was really dark. The
Oh
guy
my
described
God.
how he cut off the circulation to his balls with rubber bands, like tightened up these rubber bands around his balls to completely cut off the circulation. So then his balls turned completely black and dead. And when he knew they were dead and necrosis had set in, then he starts sawing off the dead tissue. So and he documented all this with photos online.
Do you
about how
sleep?
he sawed off the dead tissue and the dead ball sack.
You have so much information. Like, do you have trouble sleeping ever?
No, I sleep like a baby.
Oh my God.
It's
Well, I'm never
awful.
sleeping again.
You'll be fine.
How are they?
They're really good, actually.
Yeah?
They're really, really
Oh,
fun.
Brian.
Yeah, they're super fun.
Were you expecting different? Did you have other expectations? Because you said actually.
No,
As
I
if it's
just I
different than
think
what you
like,
thought.
hey,
A
like,
surprise.
it's a nice
Yeah.
surprise. You know, sometimes it can not here necessarily, but you get a shitty crowd. It's
Yeah.
nice to be like, actually, they're really good.
They're good people.
And sometimes people just go, oh, they're great, and they don't mean actually they're great. They mean,
You were
yeah, they're
just
great. I want to stop talking about it now. Let's move on.
Making
Yeah.
sure it's above the.
Yeah,
All right, cool.
They're small but mighty.
I needed a qualifier. I apologize.
Who's on right now?
Jackie is right now.
Jackie Monahan.
I wish we could like cut to
And
the
then
show.
who's on?
That'd be
Amy?
cool.
Am I
All right,
next?
let's go to the show.
Yes,
And
you
then
are
Amy?
next.
How much
Yep.
time am I doing?
And then me?
Yep.
Powerful.
What sounds good to you? 15?
Sure.
Awesome. What do you want your light at?
12.
The light's a crazy thing, right?
12. Did I stutter?
I feel
yeah.
like
The light's a crazy thing?
I feel like the first time somebody offered me like an option for the time on
Yeah.
the light, like, do you want a 1 minute light or a 2 minute light? I
Yeah.
felt like I reached a new level of doing stand up. Does that
Oh,
make
yeah?
sense? I feel like I used to
Yeah.
do shows forever where they were like, you're going to get the
Yes.
light at 7, get off by 8. And
Right,
then
when
one
you
time they
choose
were
it.
like, you want it at 5, 6?
Right.
What do you
I
want?
remember,
You're like,
like-
oh my God.
Like the improv, right? The improv's pretty cool about that. You know, where do you want your light?
Yeah, they do. But I remember featuring on the road and and hearing the headliner be like, "Light me at 45," and I was just like, "What? What do you do?" And,
That's
and
7
now it's-
nights for
it's
me.
nothing, you know. But
Yeah.
I just remember the first time I heard that, I was like,
What's the
"You're a
longest
badass."
set you've ever done?
Maybe, an hour and a half. I know, because I had to.
Nice. Oh, you had to?
Yeah.
Really? What was it for?
It was for college.
Damn.
Yeah.
They made you do an hour and a half?
Yeah,
That's
and
crazy.
I had maybe 50. Maybe 50 at
Oh
the
my
time.
God.
Did
How'd
you
you get through it?
And I was like, "What's your mascot?" Like I was just like doing
Just
stuff.
asking
Oh my
questions.
God.
Yeah,
Did
I was
any
like,
of it
"What's your
work?
major?" I like talk to everyone. Yeah, they don't care.
Dude, it's
They
just
don't
live
know.
podcasting
They have no
almost.
idea.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, and they're probably happy you're interacting with them too. It
Yeah,
probably makes
they're
it more
happy.
fun.
They
as
just
long
got
as you
there,
have
they're
good
nervous.
jokes along with that. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I used all my good jokes, and then I was just like, "So, what part of
How'd you close?
Tampa are you from?"
How'd you close?
I said,
Did you save a joke?
"Yeah, I saved my closer." So it was like there hadn't been a joke for like 40 minutes, and then they're like, "Oh, this sounds like a joke again," and they were just
That's
like,
hilarious.
they were like, "Please let us go back to our dorms and try and fuck each other." Yeah, but on the road, I do under an hour. I do between
Oh,
50
yeah.
and an hour. Yeah, I get sick of my own. I'm just like, ugh. Shut
I
up.
saw Norton do 50 minutes, and it was awesome.
Oh, he's a killer.
It was, it made me think I need to shorten my shows.
What do you do normally?
Because it was good. Depends. I've done as long, like recently, as an hour and a half, but I like to keep it under an hour, between an hour and 10 and an hour, somewhere around there. I'm happy with.
I don't think
depending
people
on the
need
show.
any more, especially when you have people going up before you.
Yeah, I bring
it's a
usually
physical
two
thing.
guys too, unless it's one guy. If it's one guy, I usually do more.
Yeah.
Do an hour, maybe even an hour and a half. But after a while, they don't want to hear you talk anymore.
No,
So,
it doesn't. It's like
enough,
torture.
Dude. Enough.
I think an hour and a half is like a good
Yeah.
length for the entire show.
Yes. it
Laughing is torture. What's
So
her
you bring
name?
2 people, they do 15.
But there's some people that are fucking hardcore fans, man, and you find out that they flew in from Australia or some shit,
Yeah.
and you got to give
You
it to
want to
them.
give him a show.
You got to give them the best show you
I
can.
think 2 hours.
Yeah.
Make it a movie.
I saw Richard Jenny once. Yeah, it's about 2 hours with the opener. That's what it usually is.
Yeah.
I saw Richard Jenny once, and he did at least an hour and a half, and a lot of it was improv and fucking around with the crowd and talking about this guy and that guy, just fucking around and picking on people. And I remember I didn't want it to end. I wanted him to keep going. You know, I'll never forget that. Like, I remember thinking, like, well, I'm watching a dude just completely fuck around, and and he's like a high-level comedian. He's this catch-a-rising star in Cambridge. I'd seen him on the Tonight Show, and here he is right here, just fucking around and having a good time with us.
Leave him wanting more rather
Yeah,
than
you
wrap
do.
it
But
up.
I didn't
You
want
gotta get the
it
car.
to stop. When he wrapped it
Yeah.
up, he did like an hour and a half, and when he
Yeah.
wrapped it up, I
Wow.
didn't want it to end. I was
So you're a
Oh,
super fan. You just
that's
want
awesome.
to.
Yeah,
You'll be
yeah.
there all night.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
give a shit, yeah.
that's me
Yeah.
watching a tell. I could watch
Yeah.
him forever.
Dude, Richard Jenny, I was a super fan of Rich Jenny. Before I even did comedy, I was a fan of that guy. He, to me, is like one of the most underrated guys ever. In the 1980s, he was a monster. Oh, my God. He would go up, and his timing was so fucking good, and he always had new material.
Yeah.
Woo! That guy was good.
Do you remember where you were when you found out he died?
No. No, I don't.
There's some.
I don't.
Are there comics that you remember? Like.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
there was very specific.
Yeah,
Kinnison.
yeah.
I was on my couch in New Rochelle, New York.
Yeah.
It's a fucking shitty apartment that smelled like cat piss because my cat was angry. She pissed in the fucking hallway.
Your cat was in
She
more
knew about
Dirty-
Kinnison.
Dirty bitch. And I turned on MTV, this shitty, stupid TV that I'd
That's
had
so
since I was 16.
Like that.
And it was this Kinnison had died. And I was like, whoa. That was hard. For me, like, Kinnison was my favorite.
Yeah.
I think he was the best comic for a short period of time. He was the best comic ever. I think
Wow.
in like 1986 to 1987, 1988, maybe, he was the best comic of all time. And then the slide. And then he just stopped being the same guy. He wasn't nearly as good. He wasn't innovative. He had like didn't take the time to write material. He was just getting fucked up all the time.
Oh, shit.
And yeah, he succumbed to the machine.
I just saw a documentary on him. Like, is there?
Yeah.
What did I just see?
Maybe Hicks. Did you see a
Was it
documentary on
Hicks? And it just
Yeah.
had a bunch of Kinnison stuff.
Yeah, Hicks and Kinnison used to roll together. They were
But-
part
but
of
part
that
of the Hicks
Outlaws
thing?
of Houston comedy.
I definitely saw Hicks's thing, but was Kinnison?
I
on
don't
it?
know of
Oh.
any Kinnison. There might be one that I'm not aware of. I don't know. But
Yeah,
I remember watching it, and it was a huge lesson for me because Kinnison in the beginning, like I said, in 1986, I thought when I saw him, I thought I'd never seen anything like that. This is the funniest shit I've ever seen. The most crazy, like it was a new level of comedy. I was like, this guy just launched it out into orbit. I've never seen anybody just completely mock religion like that.
Right, and because he
Like,
had the preacher
yeah.
background, so
Yeah,
it's like
he
it
could get away
literally
with it.
physically altered you, like
Yeah.
you were in another dimension.
He was doing a thing about, he goes, do you think Jesus is going to come back? What do you think, Sam? He goes, I think the last time we heard Jesus, he goes, I think the last we'll ever hear of Jesus, he goes, not my left hand! Oh! And
Oh, yeah.
did this whole thing.
Is
He
this
goes,
what that
I'm
girl
pretty sure
did
that's the
for you in
last
the parking
words
lot?
Jesus will ever utter.
Is that thing that the girl did for you in the
No,
parking
that
lot?
was the homosexual necrophiliac
Oh,
joke
right,
she
right,
did
right,
for
right.
me.
Should I
Yeah.
go like out there?
Yeah, probably.
I have to
Yep.
pee first.
Sure.
Dude, don't let the
Go pee.
internet know about your peeing.
It's
There's
just gonna
guys-
come out of my vagina.
Joe,
and
just
I'm
let
gonna
her
wipe it
snap
away.
one off
What's the
real quick.
problem?
Right now, they just shoved a finger in their asshole and they just really ramped up their beating off as
Yeah?
soon as you said you had to pee.
Well, have at it, guys.
I guess you're done fucking all that pee,
beautiful.
huh? You got to get it out of you.
That's a
I'm gonna
beautiful
blush.
attitude. That's a beautiful attitude. Amy Schumer, ladies and gentlemen. Is that a real animal in the room with us? What's going on?
That's
hear
Tom
sound
Segura.
effects.
He's in the parking lot.
Wild boar.
Tom Segura, did he come back in and say goodbye?
Yes, he did. And then he had to take off, apparently.
Tom's got the mom's house on your mom's house on iTunes. It's very funny with his wife Christina Pazsitzky, which you probably already know.
Yeah, and if you haven't seen them as when they do stand up, they're fucking hilarious.
They do it together?
Yeah, all the time.
They
Not
hold hands
always.
on stage at the same time.
Yeah, sometimes they fuck at the end. It's like one of those Amsterdam shows. They spin the
Oh, cool.
Wouldn't that be weird if a husband and wife did that though? They would put on some kind of comedy show with each other, like where they did stand up, but they kind of like did it back and forth, like a
wow, that
like
would
they
be
like
crazy.
like almost like they're like attacking each other instead of saying my wife. I'm like my wife right here, you know.
Yeah, that's what Jade wants to do. That.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, she's throwing it around. Yeah, she's tossing an idea around.
That's not a bad idea. It'd be innovative.
It'd be something, but there's a cheese factor that I just can't get over.
There is, but does it have to be there?
No,
Is there a
exactly.
way to
It's like
navigate those waters?
If you were doing it right, it wouldn't be cheesy.
If
but
you had a
like,
crowd full of couples,
I had
it would make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was.
That's true. A good holiday.
There was a long time ago.
Valentine's show.
Louis C.K. had a show for CBS. He had like some deal for CBS to do a sitcom that it didn't come to fruition. But I remember talking to him about it, and I said, I'm really curious to see how you're going to navigate those waters, like how you're going to navigate the waters of network television. And thank God it didn't go. I mean, it probably sucked for him at the time that it didn't go, but it never allowed him to like be in a position that like FX, where we get to see the real uncensored Louis, like a complete.
Take
I mean,
years
no
to
one would
develop
have ever-
another
yeah.
voice and keep going. Yeah.
No one would have ever given him that sort of like power to just do whatever the fuck you want. Just bring us your crazy show at the end of the week. You know, no one would have ever at CBS. They would have micromanaged and fucked him. But I remember him thinking, yeah, it could totally be managed. You know, you just have to figure out a way to sort of move it around. And a lot of times, guys think that challenge of like keeping things clean instead of dirty actually makes you like work harder to make it more clever. I've actually heard that argument about like straight stand-up too.
That makes a lot of sense. Like you got to work clean. Like fuck clean. I'm a comic. Fuck that shit. But
sometimes
you have
it's
to
a
try
good-
harder to make a joke now.
Yeah, and sometimes it's a good just to make sure it's a bullshit detector. Find out if your material's really good or if you're just sort of tricking them.
By being loud at certain points.
Yeah, being loud and swearing at certain points or calling someone a pussy or something. There's the little things you might have done that have just sort of juiced it up. And maybe you could take that juice and eventually turn it into a real legitimate bit. Or you could get lazy and have it just rely on a bunch of tricks.
Or you just sit on that.
Yeah, but you really can't do that if you're just being clean. If you're just being clean, I have bits that I specifically engineered to stay clean because I want the other stuff that's not clean to have more impact.
To pop that much more.
Yeah, so I look at some stuff that I have that doesn't have to have a swear in it. So I'm like, it's way better if I eliminate the swears in this. Like this doesn't have to be a swear. I'm not that upset. I'm setting this thing up and I'm explaining it and I'm pointing out all the irony. There's no need for swears in certain bits.
Right.
It's like you got to know like when you have too many of them. Like, have you ever watched a guy go on stage and every other word is fuck, and fucking?
It's almost like it becomes
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, it's just all tactics.
It's exactly what it is. It's exactly what it is. You're so right. That's what I call it. It's like another form of but it's an offensive form of
But yeah,
it says you know what I'm saying.
It's an exciting quote unquote
You know what I'm
form
saying?
of
Brian had MC
nice.
Chris on. Brian had MC Chris, and MC Chris said 100,000 times.
Joe was texting me while it was going on, and it was like I was so distracted because I was just like, "Oh no!" Now I have it in my head, and he's talking.
I texted him. I said, "I think MC Chris is about to break the world records for your nose." Like in a single conversation, he was about to go for the record, and I'm like, we should be documenting this shit.
You
And
should have
I'm glad
tried
you
to
have it on your podcast.
Should have tried to beat him at his own game and just start tossing a bunch of you-knows in there.
Well, I wasn't there. I would have. I would have
you
done
were
it.
listening
I
to
was
it.
listening to it at home, and Brian has a podcast. What do you call this one? What is it called?
Muff said.
It's his friend Ryan Keeley, who's a very funny chick and a penthouse pet, and
It's a comic book
They had
show.
MC Chris on, and comic book. What is his name? Urban Barbarian.
Urban Barbarian was on our
Dan?
first episode.
Dan?
Yeah, Dan.
Yeah, what is his last name? Do you remember?
I can't remember.
He's
but
an
Urban
awesome
Barbarian
comic.
on
Yeah, if you follow him on Twitter, it's Urban Barbarian. He's an awesome comic book artist. He draws a fucking dope Wolverine, man. It's really sick.
I like how he from my world, it just seems like he draws one cool character. Like I can draw a good Ninja Turtle, that's it. But you would never get on a podcast and be like, Nick Rutherford can fucking draw a Ninja Turtle, man.
He's got a good Batman too. But there's an image that he has on his Twitter of a Wolverine that he drew recently. You're like, God damn, he just nailed it. It's like if you're like an old school X-Men fan,
Like a
This is
cartoon
kinda cool.
version.
He created
well,
the
no,
yellow
no, comic book version.
He created
Don't say cartoon. How dare you, sir? You anti.
Oh, that's what brought me into it, man. Please, everybody's got their own version of the X-Men in their mind. Don't destroy it for them.
Okay, I'm gonna go on stage.
He created Drink and Draw, though, which is in a lot of cities where you just get drunk and go to these bars and you draw while you drink. And
Hey
it's
Brian, I had a little spill here.
ugh.
That's okay. It's just only the electronics over there. No, it's fine. Those are all audio cables. Oh, that's a power strip.
Yeah.
It's fine. Brian's snapping into action. I think you got some time, Joe. I think you got 10, 15 minutes right now.
Schumer's about to go up, right? I want to go watch her.
She's up right now. You've got 15 minutes.
Powerful. I'm gonna go watch her.
I wish you had the same instinct when I went on stage, Joe. I gotta say.
The same what?
The same instinct.
Instinct to spill wine?
No. Oh, Nick's about to go up. I want to go watch him.
Things just got really awkward here. I nervously skipped away.
Tony Hinchcliffe.
Still on the air?
Yeah.
Hey, everybody.
live death.
iTunes.
This is going to be my live death as I sop up wine.
What if you do die?
In a
Yeah.
world
Let
of
me,
electricity.
let me move a mic close to your heart so we can hear it stop.
Everlast heart while I do this.
Dum, 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 dum. It sounds like he has a built-in metronome.
I think I did shock myself right now. My left hand feels numb. It's either a stroke or
That's the drugs.
Take over. Nick.
Oh yeah, Tony Hinchcliffe. How's it going out there?
Hey, hibbity, hibbity, doobity, bobbity, boo. That's right.
All right,
it's
we're
me,
enough of Tony Hinchcliffe. Enough of Tony.
Hoppity, hoppity, hoppity. It's
I've been
me.
telling him for years his intro and podcast is too much.
Oh, please.
So how's it going?
When are we getting a Tony
having
Hinchcliffe
fun?
podcast?
Kicking butt. I
Tony
know.
and
I have a really good idea for one, and I'm just waiting to either get invited by the great leader of the Almighty Death Squad Redban, or in a couple months I'll be able to afford at least that small setup that seems to be possible, and then I'll just start recording them and figure out what to do. But
Well, don't say. You want to say your idea now, or do you want?
I don't think anybody will actually steal it. It'll probably be more trademark than anything, right?
No, I disagree.
Really? You think
Yeah.
I shouldn't say it, Brian? All right, I won't then. We'll just release it.
Because I got a great idea for a podcast as well, and I would not say it over the air.
I see.
really did pour it all over this.
But Tony,
It's like that almighty question of, do you tweet the great stand-up joke, or do you,
right,
where it's
Yeah,
like
exactly.
you
Or
could
do you-
trademark it in stone, or you could just own it, and it's like a tough call, sort of.
I understand. Tony and I have been doing this thing where,
You want to talk trademarks? Is that what you want to do?
yeah, we've been talking trademarks,
All right.
and Tony will make up a television show that I'm about to be on to bring me on stage.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll go up and judge the audience's reaction, whether or not I will admit that it's bullshit or that like they're actually impressed by this made-up show.
Right. And I always wait until the last second to think of one. So it's always like, all right, everybody, you ready for your next comedian or what? All right. You'll recognize this next guy from Whack in the Weeds, a new show on NBC. Give it up for Nick Rutherford.
Yeah, that was tonight.
Yep.
Yeah, that was pretty much the reaction.
Whack in the Weeds.
Hey, you'd be surprised. There were people who were kind of interested in it. They were like, oh, that sounds cool. This guy must have something going on.
Right. I can't believe NBC has a new show called Whack in the
Yeah,
Weeds.
I think that's mostly what they were like. Really?
You can move.
Television's terrible.
You should move closer now, because you're so far away now, and
I know. It's hard to get the
and
energy
you
going.
can't see your beautiful face.
Take Joe's seat or take Amy's seat?
Take Josie.
He's not going to be back.
He's
for a
about.
while.
He's gonna be gone for a while.
Oh, my God. I'm going to hit this. It's amazing.
Of course, I want to hit it.
It's so good. It's
That's a
crazy.
jet water pipe. Why wouldn't I want to hit that jet water pipe? Jetwaterpipe.com official water pipe. Of
How many times do I have to
Death Squad
say it for them
Studios.
to send me one? I could say it 30 times in like 1
I think
minute.
every time I say it, they send me one.
Ugh, I love that show.
I think, Tony, you got to get your great podcast idea off the ground, and then you're going to get yourself a jet water pipe.
I
Yeah.
like that. I like that idea.
So there's been man, I can't even talk about it. Never mind. There's a podcast idea that's floating around. Let's see how I can say this. that's very dangerous and very illegal. And our good friend Jason Tebow thought of it. And I don't know if he's made it public yet, so I don't want to say what it is, but it's been freaking me out lately. It's a good idea.
Wait,
So that's a little tease for a future Tebow project.
We're talking about Tebow, the NFL player?
Yes, Tim Tebow.
It's a great
used
idea for a podcast.
Used to fuck Danielle Stewart, and actually that's probably all true.
Is that true?
No. I'm talking about Jason Tebow.
His younger comedian brother.
Have you guys seen Danielle Stewart lately? The old Hebe?
No.
I'm thinking of Danielle Stewart, the female comedian.
That's what I'm saying. Talking about.
I can't even find her on Twitter anymore.
Yeah, I see her
It's
around.
the Danny
I know,
Pooh,
I'm kidding.
right? Danny Pooh?
Danny Pooh Stewart. Because she loves eating poo.
That's right. And her first name, Danny.
Danny Pooh. Yeah, I wanted Jade to come tonight, the beautiful Jade Catapretta, but unfortunately, I think we had 3 girls on the show, and the ticket sales have already plummeted tonight. I was giving out free tickets today. Just kidding.
People were returning. Too many women.
Just kidding. No, but there is a weird thing where like you come to a comedy show and it's all women except Joe. That would be really weird. Joe.
Yeah, you
and
got to round it out. I mean,
Yeah.
women are just as funny, but
Yeah.
you got to.
I don't know.
It's got to be appropriate, unless it's like the pussies of comedy. Like it's got to
Yeah.
be appropriate, like to the ratio of male comedians to female comedians.
Right.
And Nick and I are already so feminine that.
Very feminine.
Right.
That's why I have this fake beard on.
Right. That's why I have this pussy between my legs.
I like your jokes. I don't know if I want to say what they are, but tonight you had a couple good ones.
Thanks.
That was new stuff. I'm guessing, right? Do you write a lot?
I write a lot, man. I'm crazy. And then most of this stuff I forget to do. Like I looked at one right in between comedians tonight, just a quick one. That's like all punchlines. It's one quick setup and then punch. I don't have many of those. And I was looking at it beforehand, and it's a note, and it's something I've been working on for like a month now. And I added 2 more parts tonight, and it's like, why didn't I just add those 2 parts in the beginning?
Right.
It's so crazy because I write more than I can perform it. I don't get enough. I don't get as many spots for as hard as I write,
But some of those shouldn't be performed.
right.
Let's be honest.
Yeah.
You got to write 10 bad jokes to get. Well, for me,
Well, I don't know
10
about
good
that.
jokes. You gotta
If you wanna find me every night, I'm usually with Tony, and we're usually doing the exact same shit every single night, and we always end up at fucking Norm's restaurant eating shitty food.
Yeah.
And we eat probably the exact same thing, and metabolism exactly working. Science is going on right here, because as you can tell, I'm a fat fuck, and you are a skeleton man.
Yeah. It's Norm's is not healthy for you at all. That's actually that Denny's joke that I tell now. I just changed the name of Norm's to Denny's because it's all
no
the
one
same
knows.
shit.
Yeah,
right?
I like that. I like the other thing.
I
you
got to
said.
expand. I got better ideas for it, but
Yeah.
basically those two parts are things I thought of when I was on mushrooms, going to a circus, walking by a Denny's.
I recently did mushrooms over the weekend, and it was the most unfortunate event that ever. Every time I do mushrooms, I learn something. And I think that's the point of mushrooms. That's why everyone says you should do it every 3 months, every 6 months, or whatever. And this time it was scary as fuck. And I'm ready to do a podcast, I believe, tomorrow with the other person one of the other people. I did it with 2 girls in a hotel room in Ventura, California, Easter Sunday. And the incident was fucked up. It was the most horrific, scary thing that's ever happened to me, and it was as a mushroom tripper. But one of the people that we did it with was her first time ever doing mushrooms, and she
well, she was a child.
And she
was 11.
She was 11 years old.
Right.
But she looks like she's 15.
Right.
Kind of
Yeah,
11.
yeah.
Like she
so
had.
you're like, if I know her for just 3 more years, she's gonna look like she's 18, and
Yeah.
then it's okay.
Yeah, I'm not touching her now. I'm
Right.
just shrooming with her.
Right.
You know,
You're just-
type thing.
You're laying some groundwork.
Yeah, laying groundwork, because you could tell this girl is going to be like fucking Lindsay Lohan. You know.
Yeah. No. You're
Totally.
fighting the good fight, man.
Yeah. So, anyways, the incident we're gonna have talk about. She had some recent. I don't want to even know what she wants to reveal or not. So I got to be really weird about this. But no, she had some things happen in her life, and then we had been talking lately about just because we're friends. We do mics together, and she wanted to do shrooms, and so we did it. And I wanted to make sure I was there because we've been talking about it for so long, and it was nothing else to do Sunday, so we went there. And luckily she had the time of her life, and she had this humongous breakthrough in her life, and that's great when you hear about that, because that's just, you don't get breakthroughs from getting Tylenol PM, you don't from watching another episode of Family Guy. You don't get a breakthrough.
You got to go to the dark side.
Right. So it's cool that happened. I had my own breakthrough, unfortunately, and it was terrifying. It was the only time I ever made myself puke in my life.
Oh, see, I can't imagine.
Fingers down my throat, puking, trying to stop
the trip.
Stop
But
the
that
trip,
makes it
and then
that makes it more intense.
What?
Doesn't that make it more intense?
Yeah, I my puke turned into Gary Coleman's. Tons of Gary Coleman's. No, but I immediately started tripping so bad that I couldn't even see. I had to close my eyes like ecstasy style because it was fucking weird. But yeah, I don't want to give too much away. That's just it. I didn't eat because lately I haven't been eating that much, and so except Norm's. But I didn't eat for the whole day, and I ate around 4, and I ate some of the most powerful mushrooms I've ever had. And I guess I ate more than I think I did, but I ate a lot, I guess.
Yeah, I had a pretty shitty mushroom experience on Monday.
Really?
2 days ago. Yeah.
Oh, so we were kind of in the same.
Pretty much.
We visited the same horror. Something bad must be happening.
I think so. There's bad shrooms going around. My friend was having a birthday party, and she really wanted to go to The Price is Right.
Mm-hmm.
She's a comedian. Name is Tess Barker. And so the whole idea was that you would go to her house at 10:30 in the morning, do a drug Easter egg hunt. Each Easter egg would have a different drug in it. Then you'd all take the drugs, and then you'd go to Price is Right and potentially get on TV. And so me and Jade woke up pretty late and rushed over there and immediately just started eating mushrooms because we're like, this is what you do now. This is the day that we have. And it's after a long weekend. It's Monday morning. This is when your body's expecting to recover. But we don't give the body any real food. We just poison it immediately, then jump in a limo bus, and then go to the CBS studios and wait outside on Fairfax and Beverly where there's just a parade of maniacs crossing all the just weird people, homeless people, just older people, it's a nightmare. Jade flips out, cannot handle it, passes out on a bus stop.
Oh no!
I'm tripping and I'm trying to keep her. I'm feeling her chest, to feel her chest, but also to check. Oh yeah. Also to check, is she dead? Did she just die? And then we jump in a cab and go home, and I talk her down for the next 4 hours, as every time she closes her eyes. Yeah. That's the drug life, my friend.
That's your guys' problem is the environment in which you're
you got it.
Right?
Yeah, the story that I'm going to tell whenever we do this podcast, I think we're doing it tomorrow after the Bone Zone, is a story of environment 100%. It was I don't even want to say it. I'll just say the whole thing tomorrow. But it's going to be interesting hearing the extreme opposites. And I didn't lead her on. She doesn't. I don't think she knows my side of it because
you were keeping cool for her.
I was keeping cool for her 100%.
Yeah.
And it was pretty crazy.
Jesus.
Learned a lot that day, but I learned my own thing.
I have never had a bad trip. I mean, that was a bad experience, but I didn't go to a dark place, I had to keep cool, but I was still looking at pictures and being like, man, I feel like I'm in that picture. I was still happy.
Yeah.
Other than the circumstance, which was very scary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same here.
Yeah.
My last trip, it seemed like the mushrooms gave me a Rolodex of all the bad choices I've made, over the last 3 years, just all in a span of an hour.
They're like, oh, you've forgotten about these? We haven't.
Yeah, exactly.
Just flip through this for a while in your brain.
It felt like a bad trip, but really it was just one of those situations where it's all right, you're going to have to deal with this bullshit for the next 2 hours while we make you feel like a douchebag. Right. And hopefully you'll come out for the better.
Is that what that is? As you poison your body with shrooms, your brain goes, all right, well, I got a couple things I want to get off my chest then, okay? Huh, mister? You don't have a job. You're doing shrooms on Monday? Huh?
Right.
What if your brother got in a car wreck? Did you think about that ever? What if your parents were stabbed to death by people from Game of Thrones? That's what your body does.
I'm pretty fucked up still from it. I'm not right.
It's a long recovery.
Yeah, this recovery was different because it was more this disgusting and horrific, and it made me feel like, wow, I'm doing mushrooms in a hotel, and it really got to me. And
sounds
like,
like the
I mean,
bad
like,
choice.
I know there's positive things from mushrooms, and I learn positive experiences all the time. But then I'm also like, dude, I'm fucking. Other people are fucking eating food at their parents' house and like loving
Easter
life
Sunday,
Easter
yeah.
Sunday, and I'm
There's little
in
children
this
laughing
hotel
somewhere.
that I will explain about.
That's the
And-
best. That's like that therapeutic session right there.
Yeah.
That's like sitting on the therapist couch, like running through your shit with your own mind doing it for you. But it seemingly is some other like facet of your mind.
That's the problem. The therapist you're talking to just is like wants to scream about blood and knives the entire time. Like
Yeah,
it's not
the
really a
worst of
neutral
it all.
party, you know.
Yeah.
It's like you're worse than you think you are. When I like coming down for me, I always like notice things. Like I would see this ashtray and be like, "Oh, it's so dirty." I've literally been in a fetal position in a shower and just looked over to my right and saw the mold growing there and was just like, "What are we doing here?"
Well,
Like,
that's
it's
that's
the
that
worst.
feeling like seeing things from a brand new perspective makes you feel uncomfortable sometimes. Like, and it's that uncomfortableness that brings on the fear in people. Like, here's a brand new, completely 100% different view on reality.
Yeah, it's a positive thing. I mean, ultimately, you look back, it's
Sure,
gotta be
yeah.
a positive
But
thing.
it can be stressful as shit.
Oh yeah.
Tony,
Yes,
Have
exactly.
you had we had you on a podcast a while back with Ari Shafir where you guys all talked about your mushroom trip in San Diego, I believe it was. It's
Yeah.
a skeptic tank back in the Diz days. So
It
look
was
for
the
that.
first ever Shroom Fest.
Isn't
Shroom
it
Fest,
Part
yeah.
2 coming up pretty soon.
Episode 17,
July.
Skeptic Tank.
July 4th weekend, I think what Ari said to me. But have you done shrooms lately? We were just talking about our
I did
recent
shrooms
experience.
once after that, and it was the almighty greatness. I executed. I had a plan. We did it. It was perfect.
What was your location?
Joshua Tree. That's,
All right.
See, there you
I-
go.
it's a good
I mean,
spot.
I mean, you got to go there. You have
Good
to
vi-
do.
There's
you-
good vibes
you
there.
there's
Cactus.
San Diego's a great place to do them. Joshua Tree. I'll never do them. I don't think in Hollywood. I can't picture myself being near my home base. It's like creepy. I don't want to see my cell phone. So I mean, Joshua Tree. I mean, I know I sound like a weird hippie saying it. Greatest shit ever. Ever. You got to go there and see it. I mean, the ongoing joke of the whole thing was basically like, how much do you think it costs to build all this? You know what I mean? Because it looks so fake. It
Right.
looks so fake.
I've never been to Joshua Tree.
I'm
It's
supposed
these
to go this weekend.
big, huge rocks
It's beautiful.
everywhere.
Yeah, they just
Beautiful, and they all look fake. The whole thing looks fake, and you get your own campsite, and you're not near other people. I mean, in the distance, maybe at night you'll see a light or two, but and you just get lost, man. It's unbelievable. And at nighttime, when the sun goes down, every star that's ever existed comes out. And if you look straight up, you'll see a shooting star. At least the night we were there, every couple minutes. You hear them, too. It's very bizarre. The whole thing is crazy.
man, that's almost too much.
No,
That's
it's
like
not.
that's in Vegas.
It's a
almost.
The
joke.
thing that bugs me about the most is being in a bad situation, because I think lately I'm almost thinking that like bad mushrooms are going around, the wrong kind of mushrooms, or there's mold on the mushrooms.
Right.
I always go back to having mold on the mushrooms or something, but like lately it's been almost like a poison. Like my legs stop working, my eyesight stops working. It doesn't seem like the mushrooms that I used to use, which was more like, oh, everything's melty. Now it seems more
We're
of
all
like a
connected.
sickness almost.
Is that a change in you, or is that a change in?
I think that's a change in the mushrooms that I'm actually eating.
It might be the fact that you're not eating before you eat them too.
Yeah, but if you eat before you,
But and it sounds like some of the stories you told, like you've been taking some massive doses. Like even just eating like a half-eighth to the head is going to give
How much
you a
did you
pretty
eat this
serious
last time when you had
experience.
this bad one?
I would probably say about a half-eighth.
Right. I wouldn't. I mean, everybody's different, but I wouldn't even do more than a half-eighth ever.
I wouldn't do real mushrooms at all. We're talking about portobello.
Yeah, I'll take I'll take a half ounce of criminy at any time. Put it on a salad, baby lettuce, nice balsamic on there.
We're actually talking about the delicious grapevine licorice.
Those are good.
mushroom flavor licorice.
Yeah, that's what we use them for. You want to jump back on the podcast, or you podcast it out? There's box wine up
I
there,
just
by the
love it.
way. Amy Schumer. How was your set?
It was good.
Cool.
Yeah. I was not prepared for the atmosphere, but it wound up being really nice.
That's cool.
Were they actually nice?
They were
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're cool. They're into it.
Yeah.
Redban, can I get one of those grapevines? One of those delicious grapevine twists from the
Yeah.
maker of everybody's favorite candy.
You really do draw a great crowd. The Death Squad fans and the Joe Rogan fans are
They're the best.
unbelievably open-minded. So cool.
Yeah.
They prepare properly. They come out and commit to having fun. They're listening.
Even on rainy Wednesdays.
Yeah, that's exactly.
They're white. They're
Yeah.
all white.
Yeah.
No, I don't think any of them are white.
No. They're definitely
It's cool. It's multicultural.
all redheads.
Bye,
Bye,
Amy.
guys. Drive
Bye,
careful.
Jackie.
Bye, ladies.
Bye bye. Nice meeting you.
Jackie's a pack for Poland.
Oh, yeah, I like the way that sounds. I'll
So-
take you to Poland, baby. Oh!
Tony, you're wearing a Darth Vader sweatshirt that's been, and there's a whole story about it, how, you traded another shirt for it.
Yeah.
And then I talked to the original owner, and he was kind of missing it. And,
Of course.
and it's pretty badass.
Yeah, I love it.
I'm starting to realize I'm a huge Vader fan.
Yeah.
And the other day, I was really baked, and I almost bought a $2,500 Darth Vader costume at a comic book store.
Wow.
Because it was done by a real movie prop guy that works in, because it was in Hollywood.
So it looked real.
And
There's still no reason.
Yeah, it was very tempting.
It could actually be Darth Vader's costume. and
Right.
there's still you don't need that.
But I was thinking I could probably even rent that shit out for movie skits because it was so good, and I could probably make my money back. And plus, it would just be badass to put it on one of these mannequin bitches with like the tits hanging out. Fucking Darth Vader with the tits hanging out.
Darth
that'd be
Vader is
pretty
actually my
sweet.
second favorite. My favorite is
Boba
Emperor
Fett?
Palpatine.
Oh fuck that.
Palpatine.
Oh
What the
yeah.
hell is wrong with
That's
you?
an easy
I'm
costume to
telling
make.
you. I'm telling you, that guy has a special purpose in movie history. One of the best bad guys ever. So powerful that he's just shooting negative energy out of his fingertips. Literally, that's what that is. That
you-
electricity is honed negative energy that it took him decades to be able to.
So you're not talking about Episode 1 Palpatine in 3D.
Well, Episode 1 Palpatine's an evil fuck too. We don't ever see what he's doing. I mean, he still exists.
It exists, but
he's
there's no
apprentice.
negative energy.
Oh yeah, there is.
You're not shooting out of his hands in the shape.
We don't
of
see that then.
lightning. No,
Correct.
No, he was just.
But you know it's
stupid.
capable.
No, he wasn't stupid. He was taking over everything. He was one shady fuck.
He is a
He's like
super
a show
shady
business shady fuck. He was convincing everybody. It was some crazy shit. I actually, by the way, that's the best movie that I've seen in theaters in the past 3 or 4 years was Star Wars. That episode, which is my least favorite of all 6, in
Phantom
3D.
Menace in 3D.
It was unbelievable because my expectations were so low. I was expecting more Jar Jar and I was expecting more of the little kid, and the whole storyline made sense and it just felt right. I'm telling you, I went in with low expectations and my mind was blown the whole time because the 3D thing's cool too.
I went in with total opposite. I went in with high expectations because I enjoyed the movie the first time I saw it. And then I was like, wow, all those jokes people made are actually right. It's a terrible movie.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. If you look,
What you talking about?
Oh, I
yeah,
hate
it's
that.
What's it going to
it's
talking about?
oddly racist. Like it's
Oh, it really is.
very blatantly racist. There's times like when there's jokes. It's like, oh, it's a funny movie too. Well, yeah, because Jar Jar steps in poop and then says, "I got poop on my foot." Like that's
McDoopy.
yeah. It's not funny. The dialogue's terrible. The acting's terrible. If only like the story. I like Star Wars. Yeah, I'm into the story. I'm into the origin idea.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. That's fine. As just something to push the story forward, it does its job. But as a movie, it's terrible. And I saw it in 3D, and I should have enjoyed
Do
it.
you think George Lucas one day is just going to release this one movie that ties it all together and explains like how he makes Ewoks now have lips or whatever? Like it was like the Force was hacking the old movies, and like he's going to make it like a totally different version of it where it's like a third party that's involved that's actually the Force.
It's
and
like a
then-
Matrix-style
and Jar
movie.
Jar Binks is actually this really hot chick that was drugged up the whole time or something.
Like
me doopy.
Oh, somebody made a poopy in my hoopy.
I hope he doesn't, because it'll be shitty too.
But what if it worked? What if it was like, holy shit, he's a masterpiece. This whole time he had his fucking trolling. So
I'll give it. I'll fucking see it. That's the thing. Anything the guy puts out, I'll see. And
Yeah.
I saw all the originals when they re-released them. I'll just keep going.
Oh,
so
yeah.
it doesn't. He just gets carte blanche to do whatever the fuck
Absolutely.
he
He
wants.
really does. And that's crazy, right?
Yeah, it's crazy because everybody. There's such a just whatever you do, man. Well, like same thing with M. Night Shyamalan. I'll see every movie, and they're more and more disappointing each time. But it doesn't matter. I was so hooked at like the first one, and I even liked the Glass Man one, Unbreakable. And Girl in the Water was tested my faith a little bit, but it was enough, and Signs almost put me over the edge. And then the Marky Mark one, that one. But I'll still the next one that comes out, I'll fucking see it in
I
the
will
theater.
say this is that I saw the best movie I've literally seen, period, in a really long time. Just a few days ago, I was sitting at my buddy at PDC's house.
Oh God, here we go. This is
Right?
gonna be something ridiculous, though.
No,
Yeah, it's
and
gonna
he
be-
goes, Tony, I think you'll really
Happy
enjoy
feet.
this movie. And that's a ballsy move because I'm a pretty picky guy. So to guess that I'm going to like a movie, it's very tough. And he nailed it. Have you guys seen this movie called Whatever's Good that stars Larry David and it was directed by Woody Allen?
No, I've heard
Came
about
out
it, though.
2 years ago.
Yeah, I heard it's really
I
good.
swear to God, it's unfucking believable.
What is it called?
Whatever's Good. It's so good. It's such a great movie that you're going to be shocked that it's not super famous.
Wait, can we? Can you? This is gonna be a good game. Can you play the trailer of it?
Yeah.
And then can we both decide what the whole plot is, and
Yeah.
Tony can tell us how close we are to it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's called Whatever's Good.
I think that's the name of it.
And I don't think it is
Oh,
because
shit.
it's
Whatever works. Whatever works.
whatever works.
Whatever
Yeah.
works. And now you're just saying pick any movie trailer.
Yeah, he's gonna like, come on, whatever works.
Whatever works.
Nightmare on
Brian,
Elm
just
Street
keep
4.
it going.
I couldn't believe how good it was. And that was 10 minutes in, and then 20 minutes in, and then 30 minutes in. You know how today you're so used to just waiting for a movie to just drop the ball? And it didn't, man. It stuck it the whole time. The whole time was a 10.
Is Larry David kind of just being Larry David the whole
Larry
time?
David's being an amazing Larry David. He's playing a genius, so it's very Larry David.
Wait, don't tell us the plot.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we gotta try
No
to-
spoilers.
No
He's smart as
spoiler.
fuck, though.
Until we spoil them, because
All right.
we're gonna get it.
Obviously, he's not playing a dumbass.
So here's the trailer for Whatever's Good. For you audio listeners, there's a man's asshole spreading apart his butthole, and there's a dick going into it. Tony, what kind of movies do you like?
I think this is
Best
gonna be a
movies
good
ever.
movie.
Oh yeah, his name's Alan Woody.
Well,
not
we're
Woody
22
Allen.
seconds into it. We still haven't gotten past the
Credits.
the credits. So already.
All right.
Let me tell you right off, okay? I'm not a likable guy. Checkmate, you little putzer.
Hey!
I was considered for a Nobel Prize in Physics. I didn't get it.
Mom, that man's talking to himself. Come on, Justin.
This is not the feel-good movie of the year. So if you're one of those idiots who needs to feel good, go get yourself a foot massage.
What's the matter, Boris?
I'm dying.
Should I call an ambulance?
No, not now. I mean eventually. I'm a man with a huge worldview. I'm surrounded by microbes.
Sir?
Hey, what? My God, you scared me.
Can you help me get something to eat?
God, stop that. How old are you?
I'm 21.
Yeah, you're 21 like I played for the Yankees.
You're a professional athlete with that limp?
Oh, Christ.
Boris!
Our marriage hasn't been a garden of roses. Botanically speaking, you're more of a Venus flytrap.
Mother? Melody St. Anne, you're living like a sharecropper. I said, Lord, just say something. Break your silence. I can't take any more misery.
Nothing, right? And all that money you put in the tin box every Sunday. People make life so much worse than it has to be. But on the whole, we're a failed species.
Boris, do you want to be buried or cremated?
All right, I really don't want to talk about that, okay?
I think I want to be cremated.
All right, will you just shut up,
There's
cretin?
no worms. Daddy?
I've come to beg your mother's forgiveness.
You cheated on her and then dumped her for her best friend.
Lord, I've sinned. Please forgive me.
Why
cast
do
is
all the
great.
religious psychotics wind up praying at my doorstep?
She left me.
That happens with you heteros.
That would make you, that's a sin against God's law. He made the whole universe perfect. The oceans, the skies, the beautiful flowers.
That's right, he's a decorator.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
You can get and give. Whatever happiness you can provide. Every temporary measure of grace. Whatever works.
When you see kids tossing a ball, does it ever make you miss spring training?
All right. I have never played for the Yankees.
Wow. So yeah, it's a coming of age.
So best
story.
movie ever made, though.
Best movie I've seen in years.
Oh.
I wish I would have seen it in the theater. I wish they would re-release that for the theater.
So Larry David, cranky old guy, didn't get what was coming to him.
Yeah. So he's
Didn't get the prize. Wanted the Nobel Prize. He talks about it. He brings it up a lot.
Mm-hmm.
He thinks he's dying, probably all the time. But he has one moment when he thinks he's really dying, and he meets this young dumb idiot underneath a stairwell, and he's like, "I gotta start living it up a little more. I'm gonna jump out this window." I'm gonna be myself, but I'm gonna be larger than myself, and I'm gonna teach people that, hey, if this isn't working, pick whatever works.
You were right up until that point.
I can't quote the dialogue if that's what you're.
Right.
I'm guessing he's dead already the whole time. He's actually a ghost.
That's a good guess. It's actually not written directed by Quentin Tarantino. It's Woody Allen. But
I don't think I've ever actually seen a Woody Allen movie.
You know, I don't. It's so funny you say that. I don't think I have either up until this one. And after seeing that, by the way,
you're not Jewish, right?
I give that preview, mind you. I give the movie a 10. I give that preview on a scale from 1 to 10 a 2.
Okay. Badly marketed movie.
Absolutely, which then again plays right into my point of I can't believe this movie's not famous, and that's exactly, I see that, and it gives me some reason why. I mean, the preview doesn't match the movie. The movie's cutting edge and original and unbelievably written. Complete change of direction every.
Does he play a very close character to Curb Your Enthusiasm?
Pretty close in the way that he's very smart and judgmental of other people, which I really like, by the way, because I feel like we can relate to that, right?
Right.
I'm very judgmental of other people, but I'm not that smart.
Well, yeah, it wasn't the smart thing that I was relating to as much as
hating everybody.
You know, I mean, there's just something wrong with everybody, and he's really nailing it in that. And that's me saying he's nailing it in that.
So your Twitter, and I want everyone to watch this movie and take your time.
Come on.
No, just kidding. I'm just kidding. But I want you guys to tweet Tony Hinchcliffe what you think about it, and I want you to be brutally honest. And his Twitter is Tony.
It's at Tony Hinchcliffe, and my last name's Hinchcliffe. It's H
plus
Inch,
Cliff plus E.
That's right. You got it.
H.
Now, if you hate Larry David, you're probably not going to like this movie, so don't be an asshole. But if you like Larry David, this is like Curb Your Enthusiasm on steroids, directed by Woody Allen, directed by a real pro. It takes you on a trip.
And you should tell people you are not Jewish.
Smoke some good pot before, chill out, especially if you, because it is, interestingly enough, I would describe it as a romantic comedy. And if it is in that genre, then I will say this, my favorite romantic comedy of all time, if I have to call it that. But that's just because there are relationships that come and go throughout it.
Can we say rom-com from now on? Just because it's radio and,
rom-com.
Yeah.
Rom-com.
Your favorite rom-com.
That's what it is. I say.
Oh, that's your favorite rom-com.
So if you have a girl, especially a great.
It's a good
movie
girl
to watch
movie.
The girl, especially great. I mean, that's like if she's smart and cool.
Even when she's spotting.
What?
Even when she's spotting, or is that something for before?
Oh, spotting. Yeah, she'll behave herself after that.
Yeah, but like it's not gonna make me have to fucking buy a ring or any of that dumb shit.
No,
and make cookies.
No, because it actually shows how love is like a very temporary, crazy.
Don't you hate that though when you watch some movies and it's like I forget, I think it was 17 Dresses. So I want everyone to watch that. That's my movie recommendation this week. Is watch it with your girlfriend stoned, and if she goes for it, run, and if she laughs with you, then you have a keeper. Because there's parts in of it where like the character's dad. I mean, the character's like I don't even remember how old. Like she's like 28 or whatever, 24. And like she had a bad day. I can't even remember now, but like she would come home to her dad's house, and her dad would like cook her like cookies in the shapes of doggies or something, or purses. Like it was all this stuff. Like that never happened. If I came home, even though I'm a guy, my dad won't even make me cookies. He make me a Old Milwaukee, you know. Right. But he's not gonna fucking make cookies for my sister.
Which is very impressive if he can brew an Old Milwaukee for you.
He probably could do that.
Yeah, that's
amazing. And then there's just so many things in like these movies that really get to girls, and they reuse certain things completely that you almost feel like that you have to be whatever is portrayed in the movies, which is like some crazy romantic person. Like when I asked the girl I moved to California with to get married, I asked her in a parking lot of P.F. Chang's. And it was to surprise the fuck out of her. It wasn't to be because she gave me
and you're white trash.
Yeah, and I'm white trash.
Yeah,
but it was the P.F. Chang's in Woodland Hills, and she gave me an ultimatum. She was like, I'm giving you 6 months. We've been dating for 7 years. I want to get married, so if it's not going to happen with you, it's not going to happen, but I'm getting some. So I got a ring, and at P.F. Chang's, I was like, I wanted to surprise her because she knew it was coming. Right. So I was like, hey, you want a piece of gum? And she's like, no, I don't want a piece of gum. I was like, yeah, you want a piece of gum? And I pulled out a ring. And she goes, what are you doing? And
You weren't even on a knee at this point?
No, I was in a Saturn L200. And
which is arguably the most romantic place.
It is. It's a family sedan, yes. But then, like, she cried and whatever, and we hugged. And then we went in and ate at P.F. Chang's, and it was okay. And then, we were engaged for like 2 months, and then she just was like, I thought this was going to be some magic moment and stuff like that. And I'm like, well, yeah, because you think it's some magic moment because in movies I was supposed to get horses. It was supposed to be on the beach, and there was a firecracker in my ass.
Because she cried.
Yeah.
She cried during 17 Dresses.
Right. But yeah, and the only reason why it's not like that is because you're fucking telling me that I have to do something. It's like, it's really weird when girls get with marriage and babies.
But they also don't want to be entirely surprised. You can't just like spring it on them and be like, I just felt the moment was right, because then they feel like cornered and like you have to have that conversation. It's coming, and then you propose, and then it's like, I wanted it to be a surprise. It's like, well, we sat down with your parents at some point.
I had to get your ring size out of the blue. Like, how am I supposed to get a ring size? I put it in this bowling ball. Oh, that's an 8. That's what bowling is for, isn't it? That's like the secret the whole time your dad forgot to tell you. Like, hey, by the way, before you get married, to get a ring size, take her bowling. An 8-ball is an 8-ball for a reason, you dummy, or something like that.
And then it serves two purposes, because after that, then it's just a way to get away from your wife for the rest of your marriage.
Yeah.
I got a bowling league, honey.
Like, there's something else that, like, you go through your life and you think of things that your dad didn't tell you or your mom didn't tell you. And one of the most embarrassing things for me I found out about 2 years ago. But what's cool, I just went to this guy. There's a manager at the Comedy Store named Adam. And I just showed him this secret the other day, and it blew his fucking mind. The same way it did when I found out about it, is that when you have more, like, sports jackets or suits or stuff like that, or even regular jackets, sometimes you'll be like, oh, man, I wish this was a real pocket, and it's not a real pocket. Well, it is real pocket because when you buy it, they sew it together, and then you're supposed to open up. No one ever told me that. I always thought my whole life, I was like, fuck, I wish this was a real pocket. And so, like, I'd be pissed off at this jacket I just bought. I'm like, fuck this jacket, and not like it as much the whole time it had pockets. So
I just learned that a few months ago myself.
Oh, you did?
At the Charlie Sheen roast, Jeff walked up to me, and we were still at his place. We were just about to leave. And we're about to go to the roast of Charlie Sheen with the roast master. Like, it's like Christmas for us, you know. And he walked right up to me, and I'll always remember it because I had so much shit I had to do. Like, back then, it took me forever just to make sure that my blazer was pressed, and everything was perfect. He walked right up to me, and he ripped he just walked up and just ripped my jacket pocket. I'm like, what the? And because I thought he had broke it.
Right.
Like, why are you ripping my fake pocket? And he put an ascot in there.
Yeah.
He pushed it in the pocket, which was cool. Like, match something or whatever.
Yeah.
I'd never really had one
That's the type
before.
of engagement that women want.
Yeah, exactly.
They want to think something bad's about to happen.
Right. You just ruined my, oh my God, we're about to go roast beef.
That's funny you said that, because the girl that I did mushrooms with, who's going to be on this podcast tomorrow, had something like that happen to her on Sunset, where a guy, like, pushed her against, like, a wall and said all this shit to her, and then kissed her on the cheek and then left. And it's pretty fucked up, because she said it was a sign and all this, like, she got something spiritual from it, where the whole time I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? I got pissed off and angry. Like, you almost got, like, raped or something. That's fucking like assault.
Yeah. What type of sign was it? Like, don't go on Sunset Boulevard.
It was a
anymore?
pink dot. It was pink dot. Or no, sign like she got something positive from it. And like what? I'll let her tell.
Very positive attitude.
I'll let her tell you the story tomorrow. It's very interesting. This whole thing is very interesting. I can't wait to talk about it.
But I will say this in closing about that movie and this whole thing is that I wouldn't watch it with one specific type of girl, and that's all those other ones are fine. I wouldn't watch it with the girl who you really like, who you feel like, who you've been dating a while, and it might be on the outs, like you're watching it, because it will give her the idea.
So you need those kind of warnings.
That love is temporary. Right there. Well, there you go. Hopefully I just saved a relationship that's going to inevitably end in a year anyway.
Well, you're saying, like, if there's a wave that you need to ride out,
right,
don't ride it out with
this
anything
is going
worse.
to teach you how incredibly powerful yet temporary love is.
Could be a tipping point for a lot
You
of
know how
people.
when you first fall in love with a girl and you're just fucking crazy about her, every song makes you think of her. I mean, just it's all you can think about. She's all you can fantasize about for a little while. It's how it is.
That's the first thing that drops, though.
Oh yeah, totally. Those are crazy beginning parts of something that it happens with everyone.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
It's because we're not meant to. There's like a book about it. I got it recently. We're not meant to be with one person for that long. It's like science.
Was that from Benji? You got that book?
No, I got it from Duncan's book club. Duncan Trussell has a book club, and it's his first book, I believe. And you can go to DuncanTrussell.com to find that out. Yeah, but I haven't read it. But
did he put this book out? This book recommendation out shortly after him and Natasha split up? Because I feel like it's a motivated book.
It seems like it. It does. Yeah, it's a shotgun book. So again, not a book to buy your girlfriend.
Right. Don't have that laying on the table if you're trying to make something work.
I actually keep my copy in my car. I think you've probably seen that in the back seat, Tony, when our ways to Norms a few times. But there's just like this random book in my back seat. Yeah. That's a book I kept in my car. That's why I haven't read it yet.
I almost think you like believe what you're surrounded by all the time. Like if you read that book and you watch Whatever Works, you're just like, yeah, man, love doesn't happen. But if you're the opposite and you only watch The Notebook and you only watch 16 Dresses and like you read fairy tale stuff, then you're like, no, what do you mean? Love does matter. And it does matter and it does last for you. Does that make sense? Do you see what I'm saying? Like if you believe the messages that you constantly flood yourself with, or they become reality more than that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The more you think about how many fish are in the sea, the more out of it you are.
Yeah.
The closer you get to the light, the farther you are from the darkness.
That's very good.
Well, our brains are stupid. We can convince them of things.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, like they say that you could imagine yourself running, and our brain will sort of fire off the same sort of mechanisms that it does while you're running a marathon or something.
Yeah, you can they did a study where 10 people just practiced free throws just by throwing free throws, and then 10 people practiced free throws by just 20 minutes a day throwing free throws in their mind, and they improved not at the same level but almost at the same level as the guys who are physically doing it.
Yeah, so if you're telling yourself you're a shithead every day, you're probably going to be a shithead every day.
So true.
It's true.
Right?
And I'm a big shithead.
Cool, quite the contrary. I was just I had a talk with Brody Stevens about this yesterday, about how he mentored me a little bit, and everybody jokes with the whole Brody thing about positive energy. He says all these things, but a few years ago, I remember one of the times he said, Tony, I'm in The Hangover 1, and it's the #1 R-rated comedy in the country, and all I think are positive things, positive thoughts. I push it. Can it be coincidence? And I took that, and I thought to myself, wow, maybe it's not coincidence. And so I started really, and at the same time I met Rowdy Piper at the Comedy Store, who...
have to be
on
related.
A whole different level at a whole different time in the night when I'd hang with Brody and I'd hang with Piper. They're both telling me the same thing, and Piper's been live entertaining stadiums full of people for
forever.
30 years. And then you got Brody, who's in The Hangover, and they're both telling me positivity. And once I started really training my brain, and it took a couple years, but I just feel like that really is the secret.
It is. I mean, it's very powerful, the mind.
It's the opposite of what you said about if somebody thinks they're a shithead, they're a shithead. You can get star power, like confidence, from believing that you're special and cool and that you have good stuff coming towards you, a good energy.
It's the secret.
I figured out what Brody was talking about.
But it's weird. You can't force it, though, right? Like, you just have to sort of... And it's not even like faith, like a religious faith. But you gotta. There has to be a sense of trust in what you're saying, because if you're just bullshitting yourself, you know that too.
It's a slow exercise, and it takes a long time. It took a couple years for me, and I consider myself a
Do you have a
genius.
mantra? Do you have like a? Do you know like I used to have a positive saying I would say before going on stage.
No,
I would like run it if I get nervous. I would like
not
run
before I go on stage. I have one for transcendental meditation. 20 minutes in the morning, 20 minutes at night. A new habit that I created a few months ago that I'm pretty excited about, where you just train your brain to not think of anything at all. And I do it first thing in the morning, when usually when you wake up and you're like, fuck, what do I have to do today? Oh, shit. Fuck, God, maybe I should just snooze for another. And then, when everything hits you, I do it right then. And
how do you not just fall asleep again?
I just don't. Because you start to get excited. When you're 5 minutes into it and you're sort of lost in nothing, you're like, fuck yeah, here we go. You start seeing colors, and you can really take yourself to this crazy place of nothingness. And then when you come back after that. Everything's clear. Okay, I'll do that.
Now I
will
gotta do
take
these
that
things.
down, and at this time, and right now I'm going to shower and then go grab something to eat there, and then everything is so clear because you've already trained you've trained the ADD to shut up already. You've already controlled your crazy mind.
Does it have anything to do with Vedic meditation? Do you know
I don't
that?
know anything about that.
I
I
don't
didn't
know
know
either.
anything about meditation until a couple months ago, and then I started, and it's a
It's
game
good. You like
changer.
it, yeah?
A lot.
I thought about it, man. I just don't have the. You know how many mornings I get up where I couldn't just take 20 minutes to sit down and just have a conversation with myself, like
You
5
can.
minutes.
You would. If you started, you would. I guarantee you get hooked on it. Because then when you come out of it, you can think of everything more clearly. It's blatant. It's like you just lifted weights, and how after you lift weights, your arm looks bigger. You know? It's that, except it's internal. It's you exercised a muscle, and then it's there. You can't see it, but you feel it in every thought for the rest of the day.
Wow.
We are
Try
joined
it
by Aiko, Hoko, Tonaka. Hi,
Aiko.
Aiko. How do you say that?
Aiko is my name.
Aiko.
That's your last name. Is my name.
Aiko
That's
Tonaka.
actually my last name in Japanese. It's Tanaka Aiko. It's flipped.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, we know.
You knew?
Yeah, Tanaka Aiko, Japanese.
Oh, you knew it. You
Yeah, I'm
speak
Rutherford
Japanese.
Nick in Japanese.
Yeah, exactly. No, Rutherford Nick.
Yeah, that's yeah. What did I say?
What's Hinchcliffe Tony?
Hinchcliffe Tony.
Hinchcliffe.
That just sounds like you're making like that's what I would do to make a funny Japanese voice.
No, that's how it sounds.
Is
For real.
Hinchcliffe?
Hinchcliffe.
Tony. Yeah, that's exactly. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So, can I do Redban?
Yeah.
Redban, Brano.
Almost, yeah.
Yeah,
It
what is
sounds
it?
like my dad. Brian Redban.
No, but you got to flip it for the.
Redban Brian.
Okay.
Little man Brian?
Little man Brian. Is what
Little
she said.
man Brian.
That's what she said.
That's not right. That's a lie.
We were all thinking it.
That's not cool.
We were all thinking Little man Brian.
Aiko, can you do like a Valley Girl voice? Can you like switch your voice up? We were talking to who it was it the other day, and they have an accent, Australian accent, and he can do an American accent, and he can just pull it out, and it's creepy because it sounds like a different person. Can you do that at all? Do you have that power to do that?
I can copy it if you say so.
Okay, can you do redneck?
Okay, I'll try.
Well, I'm just hoping I can get the truck back and running order.
It's hard.
That one's hard?
I tried. It made me choke.
Okay.
Can you do American?
Let's do it. Do it again.
Short one.
A short one. Okay. Where's my shotgun?
Where's my shotgun?
It's weird. Did you just loop what I just did, Brian? Did you just hit a loop button?
Yes, I did.
Because I can't even tell the difference.
Yeah.
It was. Wait, that's a tough one. Maybe Valley Girl.
Valley
is
Girl would
it.
be. How about this? How about like, oh my God, for real?
Oh my God. I lost it. Can I have something else?
Yeah. Totally awesome.
Totally awesome.
Very good.
That's pretty good. Yeah, that's really good.
Is it?
It's just like I looped it again.
I love it when people with accents do American accents. It's the trippiest thing. I like when they just like do it casually. Like, well, you guys always talking like this. We've got to go to the store. And you're like, you weird fucking
Aiko, do you have anything that you can say extra American, like one line that you've mastered? Hello, I'm Aiko Tonaka.
Hello, I am Aiko Tonaka. But my name is Japanese. They fuck it up.
Yeah, it got fucked up.
Can you
before
say
they named
Ted
it.
Danson?
Ted Danson.
Ted.
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 Ted
Danson.
Danson.
It's official. There's nothing Aiko can do to not sound Japanese.
That's true. Wait, what's this? Can you cough for us? Does it have a cute little accent attached to it? Yeah, it does. It does. It does. There's like a laugh behind it and a peace sign next to it.
And can you fart for us?
Right now?
Yeah.
I can't fart.
It's so good that you install those mics right in the butt of these seats.
Yeah, that's what they do here at the Ice House Comedy Club. Aiko, how long have you been doing comedy?
3 years.
3 years.
Yeah.
Now, do you mostly do you write a lot still, or do you mostly just kind of wing it, or do you kind of stick to like a game plan?
I can't just wing it because it's not my language. So I try to write.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, what do you get from writing? Like, just from going out, or do you just like write things on napkins? Or are you taking notes in your phone? Are you
on the phone, iPhone?
iPhone.
Yeah.
It's not like you don't shove your jokes inside of fortune cookies, and then you.
I should do that.
I'm sorry, Aiko. Every time I'm on a podcast, I feel like I get really racist. I don't know
really
why.
like racism.
Oh, good. That's good.
like
Yeah,
it.
you should do that then.
Yeah.
Right on a fortune cookie.
I'm not racist at all. Aiko, how many car accidents did you get in on the way here tonight? I hit the 7 car.
Have you ever been in a car accident, Aiko?
Yeah, of course. I did an online driving school twice.
There's an online.
Oh my god. That is so
and
Asian.
The thing is, it's your people that invented that too.
Yeah.
They programmed it.
I took it. Yeah.
There's like a cheat code. She just like sits down and goes like up, down, left, right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Did you go to online
It's
driving
Konami.
school, or did you just play Grand Theft Auto for a little bit?
Do you play a lot of video
Give me
games,
a
Aiko?
car.
Yeah.
What's your go-to game?
Super Mario, Tetris.
Super Mario Tetris or Super Mario and Tetris?
Separate. Super Mario and Tetris.
That's what girls say when they don't play video games.
Oh.
Oh wait.
Super Mario.
What
On
do
what
I supposed
platform?
to play?
What platform?
DS.
Okay.
Because I don't really like to
Okay,
communicate.
DS. No, I stand corrected. I apologize.
Oh, okay.
3D? A 3D DS?
No, the one before.
Just
Okay.
the regular one.
All right.
Why? What do I supposed to like?
No, that's fine. It's just like, oh, what video games do you like? Mario Brothers and Tetris are like
But
the
I'm
first
really
two games.
great.
Yeah, no, I understand now. There's new versions of them that come out on the DS. Check out the 3D DS. It's a great new product. And now I stand really corrected. I feel bad. I feel like maybe you should be racist towards me for a second because I feel like I deserve
All right, Nintendo, we're gonna do this. We're gonna play this video game. You and me, Mario. We're gonna go find the princess. She's gonna be grateful. She's gonna give you a kiss, and for next thing you know, you're gonna get laid tonight. All right? So let's do this. Okay, let's do this. Let's start this shit up. World 1-1. I'm ready. Okay, and we're gonna. What the fuck? There's no floor. I guess I have to jump at this start? This is, okay, alright, up we go, and then, how the fuck do you get over to that?
This
What
video
are you doing
is
there?
a hacked version of Super Mario Brothers,
Whoa, that's a big
and it's like
fire
impossible. And you can actually, there's actually people that try to
gotta
actually
just get right
beat this
over
thing
there.
because I think there's actually a way to do it. So this guy sits here, and this video is 23 minutes long, just trying to get through. I think the first level of just insanity. I don't know. I guess he goes through 1-3, but it's really crazy. But just try to guess how many hits this fucking video has. What would you say, Tony?
I'd probably guess. Geez, 1 million.
1 million. What would you say?
I'd give it 10,000.
10,000. Nick.
I give it 2.7 million.
2.7 million. Aiko.
5 million.
5 million. And who would know the best, right?
Aiko.
21 million.
Oh my!
Aiko
God.
wins,
Are you
and
serious?
that's why you don't fuck with Aiko and Super Mario Brothers.
And that means they watched it the whole way through, right?
What? Yeah.
To get the click, you have to watch it the whole way through. And
I don't know if it's the whole way through, but
No, I
yeah,
don't think
but
so.
I don't think you can double click, meaning you.
And how long is that?
23 minutes.
You think that's from around the country? They're looking at that, or I
Well-
mean, around the world?
Oh yeah.
This is a fucking dinosaur thing.
And
I don't think anybody got past the 8-minute mark.
yeah, I don't think. Why? You know, I actually sat there and watched it once. I think. But,
Does he do other video games too, where he?
he probably does, but I think
Yeah.
that's what he's mostly known for. But there's
Just-
like another guy called Angry Gamer that's pretty popular.
That the guy who just like loses a bunch and just screams. I think I've seen one of those. Those are
He's
funny.
good.
Yeah, he's really funny.
Aiko, did you play video game? How long have you been in the United States for?
14 years.
14 years. Did you play video games growing up as a child in Japan?
No, I wasn't allowed to do that.
You weren't?
I think my parents was like strict.
Oh, strict.
Yeah.
And video games was kind of, wow.
But you were programming them at the time.
Yeah.
You just weren't able.
Yeah,
you weren't able to take the product home with you.
You mean your bosses were strict?
Right, your bosses. You
Not
can't.
your parents.
You don't get a cartridge as a bonus.
So racist. It's so much fun.
Oh, perfect. That could have gone either way before that
Yeah.
second half there.
Me
so
and-
racist.
me and-
Cross your fingers.
I think we talked about this last time, but me and Nick, I was on Nick's really funny YouTube show called Girl Talk, and we had talked to an Asian girl, and she was so adorable.
Really cute.
On that show, and we'll show a little piece of that. But you got to go to youtube.com/Nick to see the video. He's got these really long advertisements.
Oh yeah,
and
you gotta pay those bills, man.
Yeah, so I'm watching this right now, but then we'll show it a little piece of the Asian letter, which is funny. And what it is, it's pretty much. Can you say what it is? It's like a show that's.
It's just guys giving advice to girls, and it's usually the worst. I mean, we try to be good about it, but it's usually involving like blowing people and stuff. So it's bad advice for girls, but we respond to videos from these girls send in videos, and we respond to them.
And this girl's so cute. Look,
yeah, she's really precious.
Let's take a look at this. Hopefully it works.
Shame your cats away, shame your boyfriend back.
Hi, Nick. So my name is Stephanie. I go to an all-girls school. I was wondering if you can give me any tips on how to deal with it or how to survive. Thank you.
So cute.
So, I don't know her name, but we'll assume it's Panda Cutie. So Panda Cutie wants to know, she goes to an all-girls private school. She's surrounded by other Panda Cuties. They got some sort of super sexy uniform, I'm assuming.
Yeah, own that uniform.
Own it.
I mean, that's crazy.
She doesn't realize you have no trouble whatsoever. You're already like a bunch of weird dudes' fantasy.
You own the peace sign. Or dress up as a guy at an all-girls school and be the only one that's a guy.
Yeah. Become the Queen Dyke.
Yeah. I mean, even if you're not, just shave your hair really short and look like a guy.
Right.
And then you'll become like a guy to all these girls that are looking for guys.
They'll be like, oh my God, look at this beacon of light and hope.
Yeah.
And then, then
have a
scissors,
cane.
and just scissor
Wear a
time.
cane. Are you allowed to bring canes to school?
Yeah, if you need it or pretend you need it.
Fake an injury, get a cane, and look like a man.
Mm-hmm. You can get one of those stipple brushes and create a 5 o'clock shadow.
Yeah. Adorable.
Really cute.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's just a little piece of it. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, so we told that young, I don't know. Can you tell what side of the Orient that she's from?
I don't know. I don't want to be racist, but maybe Chinese.
Okay, so that Chinese girl wanted to know how to be good at school. Like she goes to an all-girls school, and we told her to dress like a man.
Yeah, and to get a cane.
We also, first of all, we both creeped on her real hard right out of the gate.
Right.
We both were like, "You're cute, and you're our fantasy."
Yeah.
And then we told her to dress like a man and scissor her friends. Yeah. So that's the message we're sending out to women. And it's great.
Yeah.
Now, have you noticed that it seems like, I don't even know if this is true. Does it seem like Asians lie about what Asian they are a lot? Like there's like people like North Koreans, not North Koreans, but Koreans like say they're Chinese and things like that. Do you see that happening a lot, or are people Asians usually like proud of where they're from?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think we lie about it.
Who?
Right.
Only like Vietnamese, they lie
Vietnamese.
about. Like,
yeah, well, they're the bottom of the barrel.
How would you say that?
Don't say that.
Is it because they're dark?
No, I'm kidding. I have no idea. I can't even. I wouldn't know you were Japanese unless if you didn't bring it up all the time. Like I have.
I'm not bringing it up.
You always want to talk about it. It's always you. It is, and I can't. There's got to be some tests online. I feel like where it scrolls. I think now I can tell Koreans. I can tell Japanese people actually.
Yeah.
Why?
Because they won't fucking shut up about how Japanese they are all the time.
I'm not.
No, I know. No.
Okay. How can you tell Korean? Because they have big head?
No, I think they're just now. Okay, I don't feel as bad anymore. First of all, but yeah, it's their gigantic skulls. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. No, I don't know. I just think you start to recognize them and you start to figure it out.
I don't really know any Vietnamese ladies, but it seems like the ones I do meet are always the loose women kind. I wonder if are they all like that, or like am I just seeing all the like ladies of the night all just happen to be like, or is it just like Mardi Gras in Vietnam, or is it or is there like really families there and stuff, or are the girls all just like having sex in the streets?
I mean,
might be less taboos, like less insecurities about sex.
Yeah, that might be it, right?
But it's not Vietnam doesn't have the huge sex trade, does it? The whole
I think
man
it does.
boy. Is it Vietnam's got the man boy and you go there to fuck a child? That's Vietnam.
Yeah.
Japan, you just go there to fuck like a man caked in rubber.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. A floating ball.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It was funny because recently I was looking at, there's this website for massages because I was looking for a good massage parlor near my house because I just got into massages lately. And, there was ones that, like, I didn't know what this one symbol was, but I guess that meant there was, like, happy endings. But I think that's stupid. I would never want a happy ending from somebody. That's just creepy. Like, hey, you just massaged me, now you want to touch my dick? I don't think that's
I
big.
thought this story was going directly towards that.
Yeah, but it's not.
No.
But what's funny is that there was, like, ads for all these different people that would come to your house, and one was just like Asian man boy, looks real, feels real, will not be disappointed, $30. And it showed a picture of this guy that was dressed up as a girl that would come to your house and massage you, and I guess do more, it seemed like. But it looked exactly like a fucking girl. Like, it was like, holy shit. He had breast implants. He had, like, it was ridiculous. Would you ever do that just for the massage?
Get the Asian man boy?
Yeah.
Well, I feel like that's a little misleading. Looks real, feels just like a man.
Yeah, it was
boy, or feels like the woman with the breasts.
I don't know. I don't know.
Like, because if
and what does that even mean? Like, are you going to get massage while she's like? Is he going to just rub himself on you?
Yeah, if you're like, I really enjoy transvestites, but I want it to feel exactly like a woman. Then maybe you're just into women. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, if he's got everything that a woman, maybe.
I think the advertisement's missing a word. Like, it's like feels real good.
Feels real good.
Feels real
manly. Feels real feminine.
Right.
It's a boy, but it feels very feminine.
I mean, the only reason why it should say that it feels real would be if it was fake. If
Right.
it's just like some rubber, like, I am here to massage you.
Oh,
I am a man boy, not a
slide
robot.
Slide your credit card in my rib. Yeah.
Fuck my rib with that credit card, please.
Oh, okay. It's dirty. Yeah,
Aiko,
exactly.
do you notice that, like, signs like at most like Asian restaurants and stuff are always missing at least 2 words?
Yeah.
Do they
I
know
didn't
that?
do it.
I know, but do you
okay.
No.
do
Why
you know-
am I on
Party
this
never ends.
Shit.
Joe Rogan is back, sweating like a motherfucker.
Yeah, real sweaty.
Did this
Give it his all.
podcast ever officially end?
No.
It never stopped?
No.
I like to see you giving it all up there. Yeah.
I wish I could sweat like
Dude, I
that.
threw out some duds tonight.
You threw out some duds tonight?
Some duds.
Like new stuff or just?
Yeah. It's beautiful when you do new stuff in front of a tiny crowd. Tiny crowds let you know what the fuck is happening.
Yeah.
You know?
There's no cheating.
There's like 35, 40 people. That's so important. We should do more shows where we don't say anything until like an hour before the show.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Only like hardcore psychos who like live in Brea, like, get in your car, they got a fucking show in 1 hour. That's it. Only like 10 of them.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't like it.
You don't like it?
No.
It's good. It's good to have tough crowds, man. It tests your material. It makes you tighten things up.
Yeah.
What don't you like about it? Ew, I don't like this chair.
Yeah, that chair.
take that one.
Chair right next to it. I think it's mostly because even if like something works, kind of like a new joke, like you'll hear like when you say it in a small crowd where it seems like groups of people get it, or it's like on the same wavelength, they got it. But then because it's such a small crowd, you're like, fuck, 50% of the audience hated it. Where maybe just 50% of the audience were all talking to each other, or they just sat down, or they were not really paying attention, you know. Where when it's a bigger audience, you have a better, you know, it's like giving a poll with 10 people or giving a poll with 100 people. The poll with 100 people is going to be more accurate. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but trust me, in the construction of material, it's very important to have small crowds. It's very important to have that. There's a connection that you have with them that's much more truthful than the show that you do with, like, say, 100 people or even a full house of 60 or 70 people. There's something that happens when it's not a full house, where it's not the same thing, man. It's like you coming over someone's house and telling them shit that you think is funny.
Right.
It won't be as good. And what it makes is the shit that's funny is always going to be funny, even 1-to-1. And I told you about the story about how I found out about Kinnison. There was a waitress, or not a waitress, a girl who worked with me at the Boston Athletic Club, and she actually did a Kinnison bit for me in the parking lot. And it was so funny that I was laughing at her doing this bit. You know, that's how you know when something's really funny. It's funny for one fucking person. And when you do a show for 100 people, sometimes people just want to laugh, and they just go into it with the rhythm. You can't fool 30 people, though, man. That's why it's good. 30 people will kick you the fucking real deal. If they don't think that shit's funny, they just stare at you.
It really helps with like the inner confidence of a joke if you know that it worked in front of 10 people. When you get to do it in front of a big crowd, don't wait till you see this.
Yeah, dude, there's certain bits that I did tonight that just crushed in front of 30 people. And when you know that, when you there are bits that I've already had, so I knew they were in the groove, but it makes you feel so confident in them, You're like, wow, this is a bit I can do in front of nobody, Are you still
working on stuff for the special, or is this all?
No, I'm just right now. The special's done in my head. I'm just tightening up and fucking around, and I'm just staying hot. I just want to keep. I don't want to have a mindset of like, oh, here comes this special, so I have to work only on that and really get it down, because that makes it unnatural.
Yeah, you get bored with it.
I think the best way to do it is the way I always do it. Keep writing new material, keep fucking around, keep doing a lot of sets, take a lot of chances, and then once the special's filming, then just make sure you get all the material in that you want to do, and I'm fine with that. We have such different crowds now. We used to have crowds that were like, they were hit or miss, but they've been so awesome lately. It makes it so much more, confidence inspiring.
What do you mean, here or just for you in general?
When I say us, it's from doing the podcast. Anywhere we go now, it's just completely different crowds. It's not like it used to be just a couple of years ago. As soon as we started doing the podcast, pretty much everything changed.
For the better?
Yeah, way better. Way
because they're coming now. They know you.
Yeah,
they're coming.
They're way nicer. They're super cool. They're generous. Like we keep hearing from wait staff and people that work at clubs how friendly and generous they are. It's nuts.
That's sweet.
It's the greatest thing ever. But it's bizarre how we just basically stumbled on it.
Yeah. Well, we should wrap this shit up. It's already been going on for 2 hours and 45 minutes. Where you at next, Nicky Poo?
I'm at the Bridgeport Comedy Festival starting tomorrow morning.
Brian, I want to know where you got this big-titted mannequin.
Doug.com. Go to DUGGED.com.
Why does that mannequin have such giant tits?
Because mannequins, I found, there's a huge market for sexy mannequins nowadays, because when you put clothes on for girls, they go, holy shit, look how hot that looks. And that one actually has a darkened nipple, the Spider-Man one, where the other ones don't have as dark. And then one of the tips I read online that is if you take shoe polish and put it around the nipple of a mannequin, when you put like a bra on it, it looks like there's a better, darker areola underneath it, and it attracts people a little bit better.
Wow.
So that's some retail tip right there. If you
that's amazing, Brian. That you really probably helped Bebe's stores all across the nation.
That's wonderful.
Would you, in the darkest moment, consider shooting a load on those artificial tits?
No.
I could see myself.
Really?
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Absolutely, right? That's an honest man right there.
Yeah,
it's an honest
for
man.
Sure. I'm not going to fuck him because they're going to be hard and cold, but that's where I'm going to aim for.
Yeah, you might jerk off on that. I mean, if you're just doing on memory, you could pretend that if you squint, turn the lights off, you could pretend that that's a real tit.
It looks like a real tit from where
it doesn't feel like one.
Yeah, but you don't have to feel it. You just got to shoot a load on it.
It's really firm.
Yeah, it would probably get you like 10% more pleasure than just masturbating onto the carpet.
Yeah, it's not worth it to buy one.
There's that reckless feeling you have when you jerk off right on the carpet. That would be about 10% better than that.
Carpet?
Yeah, you ever jerk off on the carpet?
I hand pop it. I just like soak it up like a reservoir.
Yeah, most of the time I'll find a place for it, but I have in the past just shot one right on the carpet just to be a rebel.
Yeah. Is it your carpet?
Depends. I've shot it on other people's carpets.
I know he's Spider-Man.
Seems like you do the carpet thing a lot, actually.
No, but I mean, I think in the past I can't count the amount of loads I've shot on the carpets. Can you, Mike Maxwell? If you really had to guess,
I'd put it in the 9.
Yeah, it could be 9. Yeah, I mean they're all fairly memorable. They're all like, wow, what was I doing there? Jam, I was drunk. Oh, to be 21 and retarded, shooting loads on carpets.
My favorite's hotel room towels. When I see them, I'm just like, oh, I can't
yeah.
What has Joey Diaz done with that before I got here? Especially when you stay in the comedy condos. Ugh. Oh, those are the most abused fucking rooms in the world. They just smell like shit.
You got to bring your own towel.
Yeah.
And your own mannequin with giant tits.
Apparently, the La Jolla one has got the most storied history out of any comedy condo ever.
That's a beautiful spot, too.
It's great.
But it's so beautiful where it is. That's perfect.
Yeah, it's great. They put me up at another place once that was close by there. There was another apartment. Man, it was amazing. It was like a condo right overlooking the water. I was like, fuck. I never thought about living in a condo, but shit, I would like that. Just opening up your patio door and looking right out at the ocean.
Fuck yeah.
There's something amazingly humbling about the ocean. There's a reason why people are so chill when they live near the oceen. Like, all beach communities are chill.
Yeah.
I mean, you notice that? I mean, I've been to Rio. People are pretty goddamn chill. I've been to Santa Monica. People, they're pretty goddamn chill. Malibu, chill. All over Hawaii, chill. What is that,
And
man?
it seems like as soon as you jump over that wall, all of a sudden the rest of life is gone. Like,
Yeah.
none of your problems exist.
I think it's like staring at space. I think it's humbling.
Yeah,
I think
It is.
you look at that shit and you're like, bitch, you don't mean nothing. Why don't you sit back and have a fucking Corona and stop taking yourself so
just
seriously?
relax.
Yeah, you need a drink with an umbrella in it.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, why are drinks with umbrellas invented by people near the shore? You know? Why? Because they're not taking themselves serious. You don't have a drink with an umbrella if you're at a fucking bar in Brooklyn. Hey, Mikey, I'm thinking about someone with an umbrella. You know, no. You have
Hey,
to
man,
be-
you're way chill.
Yeah, you gotta be relaxed, man. You're at a tiki bar.
You been staring at that East River, man?
You're in Honolulu eating some pig that just came out of the ground, and you're like, yeah, man, give me one of them fucking fruity looking things with the whipped cream on top.
That's the place to do it.
Aiko, where you at next? Your Ding Dong show. She's on the Ding Dong show, which is every Monday at the Comedy Store. No?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Where else are you at?
Brian
Are you
speaks
anywhere?
very highly of your stand-up comedy.
What? Thank you.
Brian,
She's
thank
very
you, Brian.
funny.
Brian said very nice things about you.
Yeah,
Says
she's
you're
very
hilarious.
I have a moment.
You have your moments.
Yeah, I first saw her at the Comedy Store, and then I was blown away. She's very funny, and so check her out. You're on Twitter as Aiko Tonaka.
Yeah.
And that's how do you spell it?
Aiko
Mhm.
Tanaka.
Sweet.
Did it sound Japanese?
Yeah,
A little
Very,
bit.
very Japanese. The best yet.
While you were saying that, the theme to Arthur, the original, was playing in my head. The Christopher Cross song. Once in your life, you find her. Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
That was playing while you guys were saying that. Well, you were like, I saw her, and I was blown away. Once in your life, you find her.
That's from Karate Kid, yeah?
No. No, you're thinking of,
The sequel.
you're the best around. Nothing gonna ever bring you down. You're the best around. We were, Doug Benson had a fucking great idea. We were watching, what was it? Which one was it? The Best of the Best. You know, it's a horrific show. Have you ever seen it? A horrific movie from like the late 80s, like
No.
1989 karate movie. It's like they tried to capitalize on the progress that
Was that
Karate
Van
Kid
Damme?
made in the
Is it
genre.
it's just a big tournament movie?
Yeah,
basically?
with Eric Roberts. Have you seen it?
I might have, actually. I was
Oh,
way into
dude.
those, like Bloodsport. I watched everyone that would
Dude.
come out of Blockbuster.
It's Christopher Penn, first of all, the actor, who I don't know what he died of, but excess, something excess. You know, I'd met him once and hung out with him one night. He was really into kickboxing, and there was this kickboxing event that my friend Maurice Smith fought in, and Maurice knew Christopher Penn, so Christopher Penn was there too. He got on stage. I mean, he's a wild motherfucker. He got on stage with this band. Like, he wasn't scheduled to be there, but they had like an after party. And he got on stage and grabbed a harmonica and started fucking singing. And he was good, man. He was good. He was a wild ass dude. But he was in this terrible piece of shit movie with Eric Roberts.
The best of the best.
Yeah, and Doug Benson was like, "You should fucking commentate on these things. You should do like actual fight commentary on
you
these
should,
things."
on all the fight scenes, yeah.
He was like that, and like real live fights, like those that you see on YouTube.
Oh, yeah,
of,
like backyard
terrible
fights.
barn fights.
Yeah.
You know, like when dudes are fighting in bars.
You should totally do that.
It's not a bad idea.
All right, Joe, you're at this weekend. You're leaving tomorrow, right? Or
Yes, tomorrow I leave for the Fort Lauderdale Improv, where I'm going to get my freak on with Duncan Trussell Friday, Saturday, Sunday. This is the last shows that I'm going to do before Chicago or before Atlanta, rather.
Yeah.
So
Atlanta
sorry.
following. There's still tickets available for the second show, which is
Yeah.
at the Tabernacle.
The first show is sold out. The second show, there's still some tickets available. So I don't know. You know, you never know what's like. People are like, what's the best show to go to? Who the fuck knows? I might just nail it on the first show and then just get hammered before the second show and know I've already got it in the bag and just turn the second show into a colossal fucking just a nutty show, just so I have extra footage of other shit. You know.
So go to the second show then.
Yeah, we might. The second show, Joey Diaz might come out naked. I mean, fucking anything can happen. For real.
That guy's gonna have his harmonica there.
Yeah, for real, he might come out naked. If we nail it in the first show, we're gonna just turn that motherfucker up on fire on the second show. We're just gonna go crazy. But it should be a lot of fun. Duncan Trussell's hilarious. If you've never seen him before, this is the best time to see him because he's just really coming into his own. He's a monster right now.
Definitely.
He's so funny, dude. He did like 10 new minutes when we were in Louisville that he did over the weekend. He started it off on Friday, and by the time Sunday night came along, it was just crushing. So fun to watch.
Yeah, check out his website, DuncanTrussell.com. Now, Mike, your website, you have the poster for sale.
Yeah, we got some posters for the Tabernacle Show.
Yeah, the Tabernacle Show posters, MikeMaxwellArt.com, is that it?
MikeMaxwellArt.com. Same with Twitter.
Yeah, and they're $10, and pay for shipping or something like that.
Yeah, and
but
you can get them off my
dope.
blog too. If you're not going to be in Atlanta, just go to MikeMaxwellArt.com.
Yeah,
click on the blog.
Yeah.
And we're gonna sign a bunch of them, so we'll have a bunch that he'll have to sign.
They're fucking sweet, man.
Yeah,
They're really
So
good.
All right, folks, you're the shit. See you later. Bye.
And then Tony Hinchcliffe, you can be found on Twitter under Tony Hinchcliffe. Tony H plus Inch, Cliff plus E. Are you doing anything or going on?
I'm in Phoenix this weekend at a new club called, I think, Stand Up Phoenix with Jeff Ross.
Sweet.
And then next weekend I'm at the La Jolla Comedy Store with Ari Shafir and very special secret guest.
Who's the secret guest?
I can't say.
All right.
Please let it be me.
All right. Well, guys, thank you for listening. Check us out at DeathSquad.tv. I will be with Joey Diaz May 17th in Columbus, Ohio, May 18th in Cleveland, Ohio, and May 19th in Pittsburgh. Go to DeathSquad.tv for tickets. And thank you very much for listening. And I'm going to play you out with some awesome music.
Shout out to the Rogan board.
It's 1 point round kick. Eight.
Try to be best, cause you're only a man, and a man's got to learn to do. Try to believe, though the going gets rough, that you gotta hang tough to make it. History repeats itself, try and you succeed. Never doubt that you're the one.